Yo, yo, yo. No time like the present, right? What an intro. Um, yeah, so welcome guys to the first game of CL Jolu 2021 Season 4. We're starting off with Lagoon, the newest division, right in the center there because we got so many teams. You can see we've got 20 teams in total have made it through to this point. Um, I don't know why I said made it through. It's not like they could have gone or anything. Like, but yep, we have 20 teams, 8 in Ocean, 6 in both Lagoon and River. We're starting off with Lagoon, with the two teams. Potentially on paper, that should be the weakest, but we'll have to see after some games whether that is the case. We are starting a little bit early. We do have 20 minutes until the game starts. And I am on my own, so we'll see how long I can go talking. I definitely did not get enough water to last through all of this, so this should be interesting. But we can have a little chat about some of the teams. Um, why not? In chat, does anyone want to start with a specific team? Yes? No? Maybe? I'll just choose a team. Let's just choose a team then. Ocean. Someone wants to start with the Ocean. Okay. Ocean are the teams that I know least about. But let's just bring up a team. Here we go. Let's have a look at Prisma. SC Prisma. You'll notice we have a lot of SC teams in. They all came in at the top. I don't know too much about SC Prisma. Um, Let me just totally not bring up their stats right now. Ocean more like SC Scrim League. No, no, no. We only have half of the teams being from SC. SC. How the hell have you already got 700 points, Darius? Oh no, this is going to be interesting. Um, Anyway, so SC Prisma, one of our teams coming into the top. I've heard a lot of the SC teams are very close to each other in terms of the standing. Oh, I shouldn't have put that there actually. Look at that, already scuffed. There we go. We'll move it there so that everyone can see the nice things that come up. Not scuffed at all. So in terms of Prisma, we take a look at them. You'd have to say that it looks like their strong players are situated more towards the bottom side of the map. Um, they've got their diamond twos towards that bot side, and the junglers, plat one. It's hard to know. Apparently, there we go. Prisma won the in-house tournament in the SC organization, so there's why you should watch out for them. Um, we may as well move on to some of the other teams. That's Prisma's logo, by the way. I quite like it. Gives you, I mean, it kind of gives off Illuminati vibes, but pretty good. Um, I will preface all of this with I don't know as much about the ocean teams. I have not had time to really look into them yet, so this is sort of all as we go. But here we go. We'll talk about Sages next. So, in terms of strength on paper, Sages are our highest ranked team. The average of their ranks actually comes out to Diamond 3. So, we do have those Diamond teams in the league. We'll have to watch out for how Sages actually manage to transition that. Um, if they manage to transition that into wins, their highest rated player in terms of rank is Tierbot, and we'll be assuming that Tierbot will be playing in that mid lane. A fan of the assassins. Uh, just looking at his profile, you can see that he's got a lot of games on the Yone, a lot of games on Castin Z. So we definitely should see some interesting plays in the mid lane. Definitely a guy to watch out for to see how that goes. Uh, so yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on the Ocean League teams because again, I've not had too much time to look into them. So everything would just be what I am seeing, looking at their OP.GGs. We also do have SC Ocean. Um, Ocean themselves, I believe Ocean was the team where most of them come from EU Northeast. Their stats may not be the highest. Is it Ocean that come from? I'm sure someone from one of the SC orgs can point out if I'm wrong here. I believe Ocean are mainly from EU Northeast and they transitioned over, which is why their accounts came out a little bit lower. Their bot is from EU Northeast. There we go. The ADC is from EU Northeast. So it's hard to know just how strong they'll actually be. So keep an eye Keep an eye out for SC Ocean's bot lane. They're D1 in EU Northeast, and looking at their EU West accounts, it looks like they're currently sitting at D3. Uh, so definitely good players, but players you want to keep an eye out for. And two players that have quite wide champion pools from the looks of it, both of them having clocked in some games on a variety of champions. So it may be quite hard to ban out this bot lane or weaken the bot lane from the side of SC Ocean. Definitely watch out for that bot lane though. Is there anything else that I noticed straight up from looking from their team? It does look like potentially they have a weak side top laner. Has a lot of games on the Singed, the Scion, some games on TAM. If that's top lane TAM, I cannot wait to see it. I hope it gets played at some point. Singed God, apparently, so there we go. I can't wait to see the Singed. Singed is not a champion we get to see often, so definitely I would love to see the Singed be pulled out. And yeah, hopefully some team lets them play it because I would like to see how that goes and if they're able to use the Singed well, because Singed could be quite a hard champion to play with on your team if you don't know how to play well with him. We'll go to the final one of the SC teams, which is SC Solar. Uh, you'll have to give me a second because for a lot of these I am bringing up the things to remind myself of them because it is at the start of the season and I have to remind myself of who's in which team still. Where is SC Solar? There they are. If you want to win, keep Lilia open for him. Well, I mean, there you go. There's a hot tip. Leave Lilia open for SC Ocean, and you'll win, apparently. Um, but yep, if we look now at SC Solar, we can see that they have some interesting champions played. The highest ranked player is in that jungle position, has a lot of games on the Skarner, lots of games on these carry type junglers. You've got lots of games on Olaf, Rengar, Graves. Potentially a weak side would be the top lane, lowest ranked player on their team, only Plat 1. Plat 1, of course, still pretty good, and it looks like he plays a lot of weak side champions which don't require too much to come into the don't require too much gold or focus to stay into the game. Can fall behind and still be useful towards this late game, so definitely a player that should be able to help his team very well. I have just noticed that the mid laner likes to play Annie. Oh, I love Annie. This will be great. We might get to see some Annie. Oh, we're getting all these teams coming in with new picks. We don't get to see much. This is actually really good because, yeah, I don't know. People who don't know about my champion pool, I basically never get to see it played. My champion pool in every role almost never gets played. Great. Nice, Atomica. Thank you for subscribing. Come pick up your, I don't know. We've got our old Scuttle Crab logo, so come get your degree in scuttling or something. You know, whatever. We'll work out something to say. Everyone has these cringy things to say. I'm sure we get. No, I don't want to see Yumi ADC. Stop trolling me. Every time I play with Sandarius, he's like, I'm gonna play Yumi ADC. Please, no, no Yumi ADC. Stop trolling me like this, Sanders. Um, we'll quickly go through some of the other ones. What I'm allowed to say about both Departure esports teams, and I've been told to say this, Seraphine. Okay, let's move on. We'll move straight on to has anyone got anyone they really want to hear about? Because I could just keep going through the teams, and we'll have to see. River team. I can talk more about river teams. You got any info on the mighty SPX? Um, you know what? We'll start with the two teams that are actually coming up. Because I better get through them, and then we can have a chat about the other teams maybe after the games because we're getting pretty close to the games. And yeah, we should definitely talk about the two teams before the games go. So we'll start with Departure Esports. I'm only allowed to say Seraphine in terms of what to look out for them. But you know what? I can talk about the players themselves. There's nothing stopping me telling you about some of the players. And by some of the players, I mean they have a very strong bot lane in Vizida and Atomica. Definitely a bot lane to watch out for. Everyone knows about the Atomica special, where sometimes he'll just int, you gotta love it, losing his life over a ward, the support you love to see, losing your life for vision, you know, channeling your inner support, that's what you want. And also Vizid, always a really strong ADC. So definitely you want to watch out for this bot lane when it gets to these games, uh, to the games against Departure Esports Team 2. Definitely want to watch out for. We haven't seen much from the other players, so we'll have to wait to just see how well they do. Um, I can come back to teams after the games. We can have a little chat about the teams after the games, and people can give their own inputs onto their own teams or other teams, because I don't really know too much about the teams. I haven't had too much time to look into them yet. That will pretty much probably be tomorrow during the day. Thanks for all the follows, guys. It helps get us out there, I think. I don't know how the Twitch algorithm works. We'll have to see. But anyway, Departure Esports, yep, watch out for their bot lane. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of them do. ARAM mains is the other team playing today. I don't know too much about the ARAM mains. This is another new team. Most of our league is new teams at this point coming in. They do have an interesting team, a mix of high gold and high silver. So one thing to definitely watch out for is whether people can abuse the fact that there are a few players which are in silver for this in this team. This is the team that is on paper the weakest in Lagoon, but of course that doesn't mean that they're going to lose. Um, as Sandarius says, he must have played them or scrimmed them already, and they're a good team, one to watch out for. So we'll have to see how that goes. Um, looking at the team, they do like the Enchanter bot lanes, so we'll have to see how that bot lane matchup goes and whether it's going to who is going to go in favor for, and if those enchanters can scale into the late game and really start to win it for the ARAM mains. We'll have to see. We'll also have to see just generally how the ARAM mains do, because they have agreed to go up into this league to allow Team Bruv to go higher, which is very, very nice of them, very gracious, and giving themselves a challenge, which I love to see. So even if they do lose some games, I'd like to see just progress from them throughout the split. That's what I really like to see. Like, we've had teams before which have struggled to get a single win, but you see them improving, and that's great to see. Are we going to do interviews after the first series? Sure. Anyone want to play TFT while we listen to this podcast? Yeah, yeah. It's a podcast. Let's go. Um, Team Bruv for B1. I'm really interested to see how Team Bruv do in the top league, to be fair, because Team Bruv are a team that we have seen improve, and we'll have to wait to see. We'll have to wait to see just how they stack up against this top league. It's definitely going to be a challenge for them. I think it would be. I think it would be nice to see them take one or two games off some of the middle table teams. Um, or some of the like higher rated teams within this league, if they can take games or at least keep games close. I think that shows definite improvement from them, and that they just keep getting better and better, which we go to see. um I mean, basically, I just had a little chat about Team Bruv right there. We may as well keep going. What? Let's keep having a chat about Team Bruv. Why not? We'll go a bit into other teams. We can come back to teams if anyone has anything in particular later on. Team Bruv, new logo, all spiky, all lightningy. Um, Definitely, Team Bruv is one we want to watch just to see how they progress in the top league. It'll be hard to imagine them winning it, but definitely can cause some upsets. A team that you can't take lightly at all. We mostly see the same members coming back on Team Bruv, um, or at least we have three of the same members. We have Dark Enclave still there in the jungle. Of course, we've got our boy Skycold still in that mid lane, still carrying with those control mages and the Azir. We have Punky Boy still going up the ADC. However, Ewok has decided, uh, think, not, Ewok has left the team, and we do have LF E-Dates, looking for E-Dates coming in into that support position, D3. So hopefully you would expect with a diamond support that they can bring some more macro play to the team, some more vision, and get uh, get some. Hopefully we'll get to see some improvement from Team Bruv, and then we also have Vink subbing himself out and depressed by solo queue coming in. So hopefully you won't be too depressed playing in a team. That's all we can really say about him right now. Prediction for the winner of each league. Well, yeah, sure. Before we go into the game, let's have a quick prediction of who's going to win each league. I am just going to start inviting the teams to the lobby. If you give me a second to make sure that I get the right names, I'm sure I can do this well. Well, there we go. I can just add someone like that, and then I will also get someone from the ARAM mains. Uh, Where's my league client gone? See, usually I'd be able to do this while someone else was talking, but because I'm on my own, I've just got to kind of talk over it. What's the easiest name? Candy Guns. That's the easiest name to spell. There we go. Send an invite. That didn't work, apparently. Okay, they must not be online. Let's try another name. We'll try Dr. Time. Here we go. Okay, I got one. So hopefully we can get people into the game soon. Oh my god, it now says my new Mimi rank. Meme-tastic rank. Perfect. Anyway, talking about who are the underdogs and who are the favourites for each league. When we look at River, League of Pogmore are the definite underdogs in this league. They're ones which I hope they'll be able to take a few games over the course of the season and will just generally improve. Um, I struggle to see a world where they win this league, but it'd be nice to see them at least manage to tie a couple of series, maybe take a win against a team, cause some upsets. You always love to see it, and I just want to see some general improvement from them. For River, the clear favourite, I would say, QNI, Quad Nation Intellect. Um, on paper, they would be challenged quite heavily by Tubgirl. However, I know something that might be happening with Tubgirl, which could be interesting. So, Tubgirl, you can expect to end up probably around the center of the table, is all I'll say. Um, Going on to Lagoon, the definite underdogs there would be the Aram mains. I already talked about how on paper they're the weakest team they could be in the River League. They agreed to move up, which again is very gracious of them to do so to allow Team Bruv to move into the top league like they wanted to. Because we can't really run a league with just 5 teams, it doesn't work. So we needed a team to move up to be able to allow Team Bruv to also move up. But it does mean that in terms of Lagoon, the top team now is actually Archeon Academy Flash coming in. They are the top. They're the team to watch out for. Um, they're not quite. They're, but it isn't like they are horribly in favour to win this league. Team Cataclysm are right on their heels, as well as Silver Phoenix. Lagoon's actually probably might be the closest league we have in terms of all the teams. Although Aeromains are like the underdogs, there is definitely a world where Aeromains just come and they could sweep the league and just take it entirely. Ocean already mentioned Team Bruv coming in, the lowest seeded team are the definite underdogs. Um, so they're definitely ones to watch out for though. They're a good team, and if you give them too much, they will just take a game from you. So we'll have to see whether any of the higher ranked teams do drop the ball or if Team Bruv can step up their game, especially with their new substitutions and whether they can take games off of the others. For who's likely to win, Ocean's the one that's hardest to predict. Because from what I've heard, all the SC teams are extremely close, and they are the highest ranked teams in this league. Dutch Brawlers were up there, but they had to drop out. So obviously they would have also been in the conversation for the favourites to win the league, but they're a bit they're not there so anymore. So they're no longer in the conversation. Hyperint and Departure Esports are right on the heels of the SC teams, so definitely ones that could also cause an upset and take the win. But you would have to give it to one of the SC teams. Which one was it that won earlier? Someone mentioned, was it Prisma won the in-house? You would imagine then that Prisma would be the favourites to win, but we'll have to wait and see. We are pretty much ready, just about ready for Champion Select. I am just going to take this logo off for now. So what I am going to do is get everything ready. And we just give it to the team, give the links to the teams for the drafting. By the way, guys, you are both on the wrong side of the lobby. Departure Esports is blue side first game, so good start. Good start. And let's just swap you guys around in terms of lobby because this would be that would be better than me having to remake all of these the whole pro draft thing. Why did I post the spectator link? Wow, I'm too tired. I'm the only one here, and I have the spectator links, and then I just post it because I'm not thinking. Yeah, unfortunately, the site that we were going to use seems to be down, so we're going to have to use the old site that we were using, which isn't quite as good, not quite as fun. I am also on my own casting, so I will have to stop to take a drink every now and then. I'm not just like randomly pausing. Let me fix that while I'm just here. Yeah, I'm not just randomly pausing, it's because I'm practically handling everything at once. So you'll have to give me just a minute to do it. Uh, So, because most teams will end up doing this, having to use the pick ban tool pro draft instead of the new one, the best way we found to do it is you have one person enter on each side. They do all the picks, all the bans, and the rest of the team enters through spectators so they can see it all happening in real time and they can give all of the like suggestions and things. Because if you have a lot of people in it all clicking things at once, you can get some very strange things happen, like randomly having champions locked in you weren't expecting, which is not the best to happen, of course. And when both teams are ready, they can join and start up the pick ban. I'm just waiting for them to do that before jumping into it. Oh, you can start up the pick ban. Yeah, but otherwise we can have a talk maybe about what we expect to see. So of course, all we could really say about Departure Esports T2 was Seraphine. So considering they are blue side first game. Here we go. Into the pick ban. So let's go straight into it. So it's Departure Esports up to band first. Why has that not worked? God damn it. Let me try this again. You have to bear with me because this thing's just being annoying now and not working properly. There we go. Okay, we got it eventually. Oh, shouldn't be that TAM in their own team chat. Uh, TAM, yeah, you have a team chat. You have a team voice channel. Please use it. Um, that's what it's there for. But yeah, anyway, we'll talk about the bans coming out. Um, Departure Esports banning out Orianna and Nivea to start, so they're wanting to ban out the mid laner of the ARAM mains. He does play a lot of these control majors, trying to take him off those most confident picks. Interesting enough, they do ban Seraphine themselves, obviously not confident enough yet to first pick that champion. And so it's definitely definitely tells you something about Departure Esports if they're not happy to first pick a Seraphine. Meanwhile, on the side of the ARAM mains, they take away Samira, which is one of the best champions for Vazid, and also the Udit and the Malzahar, so just taking away what they feel are strong champions for the side of Departure Esports. Now we see a lot of things being flashed up. The Karma is locked in. Karma, of course, can be a flex. Mostly you see it top or support. You can also play at ADC or mid though, so Departure Esports not giving away anything just yet. Just locking in something that's fairly safe will give them something a very strong lane in the early game and also scale up towards that late game. And then we see the ARAM mains are in return. They're taking the Lulu almost instantly, wanting to lock in a strong enchanter for themselves. We do know they like to play those enchanters bot lane, so that's no surprise seeing them lock in the enchanter. And they are hovering up this Volibear, and it does get locked in. The timer runs down. Volibear, a very strong pick, and it can flex between jungle and top. Of course, if you're confident in the Lulu, you could take it mid or top lane, but what we've seen from the ARAM mains is not. We have people that are watching the live streams and they don't have the rank. We are in Spec 3. Watching the live streams and they don't have the rank. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah. We'll have a quick chat about it after the pick ban's done. Tristana is locked in for Departure Esports. And that is a strong flex pick yet again. That one can flex between mid and bot lane. So Departure Esports still locking in a lot of champions and doesn't give away where any of them are going. They do lock in the Kayn last. Possibly suspecting the Volibear is jungle. Possibly suspecting the Volibear is jungle and wanting to pick up their own jungler in return so that they don't get banned out. Get something that they will be confident on in the jungle. This is a very run-forwards team from the side of Departure Esports right now. We'll have to see whether they keep with that theme going in and picking the rest of their picks. Caitlyn is picked up to give some of that long range and some of that good zoning and kiting potential. A nice pick into the enemy team overall. Of course, it is hard to get away from a Karma. We do see that the Cho'Gath is banned out. This could tell you multiple things. Either the ARAM mains are choosing to save their top lane pick for last, or it is that Volibear going into the top lane and they don't like the matchup into the Cho'Gath, something that can just pretty much scale for free in almost any lane. You can entirely into game, as I found out yesterday, and still win just because you're a Cho'Gath. You just stand there with a load of stacks. I also noticed that this screen on stream seems to be stretched a little bit, interestingly. I'll have to look into fixing that sometime. But we do see the Echo banned out in return, so that is a strong AP champion. Departure Esports wanting to take away some of those strong AP picks that could be flexed between mid and jungle. Again, we haven't seen much of these players. I haven't had too much time to look into them, so I'm not sure who they're particularly banning out. Kai'Sa is just another one of the Zed's strong champions, so that does tell me ARAM mains think that this could be the Tristana mid lane. That would be quite interesting to see because there is Seraphine banned out. It's not like you have a really strong AP bot laner that you can take right now. Karma's not going to provide that much AP damage and you already have the Kayn jungle. it's hard to see what you want to lock in that is going to bring that AP threat and the CC to your team. That is potentially a bug. Um, they might have banned out nothing, they might have banned out something. It is hard to see. The last ban was Draven. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is not the best best website to use. Unfortunately, the other one wasn't working properly. Hopefully, Aeromains lock something in. They do lock in the Nunu, which tells us Volibear is going top, and they are saving their mid pick for last, wanting to get a good counter pick. Not sure yet if it's going to be that Tristana mid lane. They seem to think it was, having banned out the Kai'Sa, which is an interesting pick. Caitlyn does very far outrange the Kai'Sa, so definitely something to watch out for. On being hovered's just a very good scaling pick. The Departure Esports so far maybe wanting something that'll bring a bit more CC, a bit more frontline to their team. Only really have their either mid or ADC pick left though. I'd expect them to maybe flex this into some sort of mid pick, but again, Tristana Karma into Caitlyn Lulu, not the best. It'll be interesting to see where they do decide to end up putting that Tristana. You could maybe pick something here that also flexes. You could pick a support and just have Karma and Tristana flex, but they are picking the Twisted Fate. That will go into the mid lane. Twisted Fate, of course, you don't really want an AP top lane to put in with. Ornn does provide a lot of AP damage, so not the best champion to have him with. It's a very interesting comp from Departure Esports. They can jump forwards very quickly, but they don't have too many CC options that are going to do well there. Is the Diana locked in finally for the ARAM mains, bringing that strong AP threat in the mid lane. This is a very strong team fighting comp. They've got their strong line, they've got their Enchanter ADC, and an AP Assassin to go with it. I'm just gonna let the ARAM mains know of the rules because we don't have screen shares going on. We recently updated the rules because of how many screen shares were just going on, and it's too hard to see if anyone's cheating. Basically, let me go and find them. It is in the rules. Yep, we did change it partly because it was also cutting into the viewers, and it's good to get more viewers, and partly because it's too hard for us if we've got spectators going on to check if anything dodgy is going on. Because of course you could just have someone watching it, and yeah, last season there were lots of spectators, and it was kind of an issue because we can't check why. Yeah, we basically just can't check that no one's in there going, oh, the other team's going to be going to Baron now, you should do this, you should do that. There was no way for us to tell. There wasn't like a coach in there just telling the teams what's the best to do at that point. We just want the 5 players to play together. So yep, you can have whoever you want during draft. Well, you can have coaches during draft, but yes, it's just the five members in the channel for the actual game itself. You can't have all 7 in the channel for the game itself, only the 5, because we are... Imagine you're on a stage, basically, and you're not allowed to have the You're not allowed to have your coach standing behind you. See it like that. That's how we're treating it. Um, yeah, but the air mains still have. Yeah, cool, great, ready, let's go. So, as soon as we're ready, feel free to start up the game. We can see Wyvern Spirit coming in with that prediction of DET having won the draft. Tonka went to get water apparently. But let me just we're gonna put a little poll in. Let's see what you all think. Who is going to win? We'll put 2 minutes on the poll. Get voting, guys. Who's gonna win? Is it TAM or is it DET2? Oh, I do like DET2 and DET1. That's an interesting name. In terms of what we have, we do see the sort of ARAM mains do have that wombo combo. They can also just play a straight front-to-back team fight with some poke from the Diana, and the dive threat means that it's hard for the Tristana to jump forwards. And the Nunu and Volibear can definitely frontline Caitlyn with the long range. They should find the front-to-back team fight pretty easy to play when the only real frontline for the side of Departure Esports is that Ornn. Whereas Departure Esports very much want to jump on and kill people. And that is going to be an issue for them. They really need to kill people quickly to win the team fights. The aero mains, though, there is a lot going into this Caitlyn. Pretty much all of the problems, all of the aero mains fruit is in that one basket of the Caitlyn. They need this Caitlyn to do well. They need her to get towards that late game and provide the AD threat. If that AD threat disappears, it will be very hard for the aero mains to actually take down this Ornn and anyone else, because of just how much damage they can do. Something else worth noting is, of course, we do have Volibear into Kayn in that jungle matchup. Oh no, not Volibear into Kayn, Nunu into Kayn. We'll have to see whether how they both play around each other, how they play around their lanes. TF Ornn is a little AP. It looks like most people actually voted for the ARAM mains to win, 4-3 in terms of votes, so only a slight favour for the ARAM mains, so we can predict it probably should quite close after the draft as to who would win in terms of what the chat thinks. Of course, Departure Esports have some interesting teamfight potential, but they also do have very strong side lane potential from the Tristana and the Twisted Fate. Kayn is able to get between the side lanes very easily, and Ornn and Karma don't really fit into that, but they do provide a lot of that team fight strength so that they can't just get run down. And we do have loads of time to talk because, of course, they've had to go through the entirety of picking champions again and then choosing their loadouts, and then we've got to wait for the 3-minute delay. So I'm sure we can come up with something else to do. They can probably come up with another poll. Oh, what would be a good poll to come up with? What's something fun that might happen during the game? How about this? Let's do another poll. Oh, we can do prediction, in fact. What does prediction do? Let's find out. I don't even know what prediction do. Ah, prediction we can bet. That's more fun. But people have to put their channel points on the line. We're learning all about being affiliates, guys. Let's go. We have 2 minutes because that's how long until we get into game. There we go. The prediction is starting. Everyone, you got 2 minutes. Bet your channel points. Who do you think's gonna win? Bet those production value points. Score some production value. Try and do. Try and get some production value back. Of course, the bank always wins, and production value will always come back to the channel eventually. In draft next game to get more points? No. Because if you do that, everyone will vote for the same team and you won't get any points. Never put money in Twitch. You don't need to put money in Twitch for the points. The channel points are just a fun extra. It's illegal in your country. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we will run the poll every time anyway, because the poll's fun to do. How does it work? The whole pot, I believe, goes out to whoever wins. So you need people to bet on both things for anything to actually happen. How does it work? You only get a ghost. Oh no, it doesn't work for most of the teams. You just need to do a prediction. I'm not allowed to cast a prediction, unfortunately. I was gonna match whatever was put in on DET2 if on the other side. You see a 2, it means all your points are in. I don't know. I have not done a prediction before. Maybe all your points are in. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe all your points aren't in. Who knows? Who knows? It's really weird because for me, I'm just talking in silence. I don't hear the music, it's set up. There is draft music, by the way, going on, I assume. No points bet on TAM. I mean, apparently Sandarius bet on TAM, but interesting. Yeah, sure, we'll have to see how that goes. In terms of what's in the game, I can just give you a quick rundown while we're in load screen. We do have the Grasp of the Undying on, and Press the Attack Volley Bear going up against each other. Both took TP as expected. Nunu and Willem have taken Phase Rush to get that little bit of extra move speed in their trades, be able to keep up with the Kayn, be able to help run people down, stay on them while the E is active. Conqueror for the Kayn. It does suggest that we might be seeing the Red Kayn coming out, providing a bit more of the front line that would edge them towards the team fighting more than towards the side laning. TF does have Electrocute in the mid lane with the Ignite, so wanting to be very aggressive against this Diana. Diana also having taken Electrocute, but has also taken Teleport. So a little bit of back and forth there. Then being a bit more conservative on the runes, wanting to take them well, maybe wanting to be able to match the side lane and also be able to TP into the team fights. In the bottom lane, Caitlyn having that fleet footwork, being backed up by the Lulu's Aerie. They have taken Ignite the side of Caitlyn and Lulu, whereas Karma and Tristana have taken that Exhaust. And as we load into the game, it is time to go into game 1 of the CL Jolly League. God damn it, I didn't change the change the things. Give me a second. I can fix this, guys. Trust me. It's not scuffed. It's not scuffed. It's not scuffed at all. Nothing's gone wrong. Okay. You didn't see anything, okay? Um, yep. So, interestingly, the only thing we we do see a few small differences, like the exhaust being taken by Atomica on the Karma, should be able to help keep the backline alive and stop some of that Diana's wombo combo potential. Tristana, of course, Vizid taking the Hail of Blades, wanting to be a bit more aggressive in this early game. Blooming Burst Lulu has taken Relic Shield, so wanting to just be a little less aggressive, just wanting to scale up a little safer, a bit more lane control as well. Interestingly enough, you can argue that taking Relic Shield does lead to more lane control for the enchanters. They're able to control the wave a little bit more by being able to help their ADCs push and get to level 2 quicker. But as we start off, both junglers starting on their blue sides of the map. You will have to see just how this goes. Cute Pika just trying to zone Betma off of the wave. You can see here that actually the zoning has come out from the Karma Tristana early. Of course, both champions can be very strong in those first couple of levels. So definitely when Tomoko is playing and casting it, oh no. Oh guys, you know what? I'll fix it later after the game. Just I forgot to update all of the hidden stuff. Don't worry. The stream pack works. I just forgot to use it well. I set up all these nice things, then forgot to use them. Where? Anyway, we do see that the there is farming coming up from both sides here. Now level 2 has been reached. Nothing really came out from either side in that bottom lane. In terms of level 2, we do see the Doran's ring start. I didn't notice at first on the Volley Bear, wanting to get that extra little bit of mana regen. I'm not sure how much I feel about that. I never really feel like I'm running out of mana on Volley Bear, so maybe just wants to be able to spam out the spells a bit more, put a bit more pressure down onto this Ornn. Ornn can be a very hard champion to pressure. Nuno and Kayn both are just going for those full farm of the jungle. Because Kayn started on the top side, he should be able to secure that bottom crab. But the engagement from Betma does put down quite a lot of damage. Divi also seems quite of a guys, please. Do you want me to like... the screen will go black if I tab out to change it, okay? Oh, but Betma does engage onto Q-Pika. 150 health left. Does get the auto attacks following up flash for that first blood, but maybe in trouble now. Walking into 3 of the members for the side of DET2. They will pick up 1 in return for Zed now jumping back over. Dr. Tinus will be able to walk out though. Meanwhile, just some trades going down in his top lane. Of course, that is very good for the Diana overall. A lot of damage being taken there by Harry. Ties does end up having to flash. Flash is traded in that top lane. It was all of those minions. And that is a lot. The bot lane will get pushed in by the side of the ARAM mains. There could potentially be a fight here. They want to zone them away from this wave. This is a great play from the ARAM mains. They're going onto Atomica. Atomica will give his life to help Vizid get out here. Does end up flashing, but will fall down to Dr. Tinus. Meanwhile, Betma is just bullying Cute Pika in this mid lane. Picks up yet another kill. That is not what you want to see. And the ARAM mains really showing up here in this first game, saying, look, we may be the lowest team in this league on paper, but we are not the weakest team. And Betma really showing up for his team here. We'll have to see how he is able to use this lead that he's now got through the rest of the map and the rest of the game. But definitely something to watch out for. And it is only a 300 gold lead right now to the ARAM mains. But that is definitely a lead that you like to have. Any lead, of course, is good, especially in the an early game lead, especially when that's onto a champion like Diana. Diana is definitely a champion that you love to get these early leads on. Meanwhile, the Dragon has been started up by Departure Esports Team 2, but they are in a very awkward spot. Atomica does get the route down, but here's the biggest snowball ever. It is just thrown towards them, and the Air Remains will turn onto this Drake with all 4 members here. They will be able to easily secure that. And free Drake, thanks for the leash. Betma does miss that. The exhaust is thrown down. Really nice exhaust. The ultimate only picked up 1. No kills will come back from it. Zedra's having to jump away from that. Zedra's having to... I'm going to keep forgetting to call him Fazit. Biggest snowball ever does knock up Ganja, allowing for the Q from the Caitlyn to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, back to our nice noodle fight in the top lane where no one's really dying. And they have increased the gold lead now to 600, taking that first Drake from the ARAM mains, showing that, yeah, we can definitely tango in this top league. This is a really big wave here. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to play this, whether they'll push it in and then take it back, or if they're going to try and go for a plate. Looks like they will try and go for a plate, of course. A lot of damage being thrown out there by the Tristana, just with the passive E damage. When we look at CS, Ornn actually having quite a sizable lead over Volibear in the CS here. I can't imagine the Doran's ring has been helping so far. Only one caster, yeah, it's just me. No one else offered to come for today, so I'm on my own. We'll just see how it goes. Trying to do both CC and drag you in. Okay, yeah, sure, jump in. I'll drag you in, and we'll, as soon as it looks like not much is going on in the game, but it looks like Perdino is going for the kill here. There's the knock up, but Harry Ties will just ult out and keep himself alive. Okay, I'm gonna quickly tab out so I can drag someone in. There's no one there. Okay, if someone wants to jump into waiting to be moved, I can definitely move them in. What did you see? About a 600 gold lead right now for the ARAM mains. Oh, Destiny is thrown down. The stun goes onto the Nunu. They're trying to do something, but Betma is here. The Nunu ultimate is thrown out. Absolute zero, picking up 2, and Betma will just turn around onto this poor Ornn. Not much that the Ornn can do. He does have damage, but that is a fed Diana. Also has the Darkseal with 3 stacks. Oops. And what was a... It does seem like the Departure Esports is trying their best to make plays around the map, but plays just aren't at the moment going in their favour. Thankfully for them, they do have the scaling option of the Ornn, so it's not like they're going to be horribly outscaled. They always have that coming in towards the later game. And TF with some CS will be able to keep. But here is Engage in the bot lane. Vazit jumping in. Nice combo onto Blooming Burst, picking that up. Vazit does not block for Atomica. Ends up taking too much damage, and Betma jumping on will pick up Banja there. And overall ends up being a 2-for-1 in favour of the ARAM mains, and what was originally a nice pickup. And here's the biggest snowball ever coming down onto the Ornn. That isn't Ornn though. You can't imagine they're gonna be able to kill him here. It's just some damage being thrown down. Canty guns will pick up damage there. Ah, I see there is someone here ready to come and cast with me as soon as I get a chance. But it looks like Betma might actually be run down. That's a really big shutdown if they can pick this up. Pika should be willing to flash for this. Does flash under the tower. There's the stun card into the Q. And that is a kill, picked up 400 extra gold into the pockets of Pika. Pika will throw down a lot more damage. Not much going on. Let me quickly drag Grizz in here. Welcome to the cast, Grizz.
Hi. Hi, what's up?
Are you able to watch what is get into a spectator onto one of the players or me? Oh, but there is an Engage in the top lane.
I don't think I have you on
Harry Ty is going in, but he will get picked up. Yeah, this may be a bit awkward. Give me a second and I can share my screen as soon as not much is going on. But Pika is being engaged upon in this mid lane. Dr. Tyler's B picking that up. And then it looks like a fight is going to go down around this Rift Herald. I wish I had some time to allow you to see what's going on, but there's too much action going on the map right now. Biggest snowball ever being channeled. Atomica is just blocking for the team. Banjo the Ganja goes in. Absolute Zero being thrown down. That was a nice pullback by Betmer. Pulls them both into the Absolute Zero, which is thrown down. Banjo will get picked up on the far end of that. Let me just tab out for half a
Alright,
second
there
to
we go.
share my screen of what is going on. Screens, just share screen. Quick, there, okay. With
Hopefully
not
nothing
stopped at all.
happened on the way.
Nothing did happen, but we can see that the Dragon Wall started up. We only went out for a brief second to allow this Dragon to be started. Fazid looks like he wants to do it, but he's on a pink ward. Betma's just walking in behind him, and oh dear, that's not what you want. He does
Oh,
jump in,
yeah.
tries to get candy guns, but not much going out there. Cute Pika will also get picked up.
That's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, second Dragon will be going over in favor of the ARAM mains. I need to get my second screen back to where I can see what people are actually saying in the
Right, yeah,
stream.
on chat.
In chat. There we go.
There
We
we
gave
go.
up borderless in order to not get black screen. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Probably,
You
yeah. I
see,
mean,
over here at Coral League, we love to have our top quality production values,
I
such as
can
the
see
black
that.
screen.
I can see that. Has Kane transformed yet? Because there's been a lot of skirmishing.
Kane
He has.
has now
He
transformed. He
has.
has chosen that
Right.
darken mode.
I think that's a good idea, to be honest. Good choice.
It will move them more towards this team fight style.
Yeah.
Assassin Kane would obviously be really good into if they wanted to go for the side laning and force someone onto the side lane, but that's not what they're going for, so they are picking the team fight version.
No. Well, Departure isn't that far behind, to be honest, despite the kill score and being 2 dragons down.
Oh,
But
Betma going in on cute Pika. The stun
why
card
didn't
is
we
thrown
all?
down, but that's a
Oh, he
Diana.
saved his ult as well.
That's an 8 kill Diana with a 10 stack Dark Seal.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the Call of the Forge God. A nice
Oh,
dodge there from Harry Ties. He pulls it back.
very nice. As a Diana connoisseur myself, I can see this game is kind of in her hands, pretty much.
And we can see that the Rift Herald is used in the mid lane there, wanting to try and get as much damage onto this tower, open up the map, allow Diana to move around, which will be very good if they can do it.
I think
Oh,
she should dive in. Okay, yep, she did.
yep.
Yeah.
There's the power of the 9 kill Diana, was at the time
Yeah.
8 kills, full Sork shoes with the axe thing. I can't remember what that item is called. What is
The
that
Night
called?
Harvester.
Night Harvester, yeah.
Yeah. She should probably be going for Lichbane second, unless she wants to complete Magi's. There's no mythics in bot lane yet. I feel like that's a lane where Departure can look to exploit not as big of a lead. You know, put Twisted Fate, put Kane, like make a party in the bot lane while they see Diana off the map.
And here it goes.
Oh,
Here's
and they
Set
just
Destiny channeled.
yeah.
They stun up the Caitlyn candy guns.
Oh no, it
But the
backfired.
TP is coming in, and it is the Diana. The ultimate comes out from Tristana to push Diana away, and TP comes in from the Ornn straight onto the Caitlyn trap. Will take quite a bit of damage in return. But overall, a 0 for 0. And if you're Departure Esports, you know what? You're happy with that.
That's right. Yeah, you get Diana TP for nothing, pretty much.
5k gold down, you do lose some damage in the top tower. Ornn will lose a little bit of farm for it, but you have slowed down this game a little bit, which is what you need. You need your Arnites to come
Oh,
in. But
unless
here's
they
the
want to
engage.
speed it right back up.
Blooming Burst flashing out will take a bit of damage, but oh, and that's just so much damage coming out. The exhaust is thrown down, but it's not enough to keep them alive. Ace in the hole with the Diana damage is just too
She
much.
still has the
Vetma's just walking down this poor Ornn. And Vetma really coming out and saying, I'm the one you should be watching on this team. I will carry.
I'm quite proud of the Magi Nunu as well.
Oh, that is a ballsy play right there.
It is. Well,
Absolute Zero being channeled. Cupika having to flash there to get out. Locks in the
he
blue
doesn't even get
card.
out.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
But there's the Zhonya's at the last second. Will actually keep himself alive.
the
Nice
cancelled
play.
auto attack.
Nice play with the Zhonya's at the end. Will keep himself alive.
Twisted Fate is not having the best of times today. Although he is going for the build that I enjoy most. The Everfrost, I didn't enjoy all of that Shirelia's stuff that was being played in pro play. I was not a fan of that at all.
All of the Forge God. Ornn is going in to fight this volley bear.
Ornn is an assassin after all.
As everyone knows, he is a bruiser assassin. He will
Bruiser assassin, mage support, tank.
mage. Yeah, exactly. Ornn is
Who
a
can
little bit of
upgrade your
everything.
items? Yeah. I mean, bullying a PTA volley bear is kind of,
Kind of mean.
yeah, it is
Well, you
kind of
didn't have
mean,
to
I
do him
agree.
like that.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
And
Okay.
yeah, this game is now slowing down a bit. We do have a 22 Magi stack Diana.
Mm.
That is absolutely terrifying if you are on
I
the
mean,
side of Departure.
I mean, going late game, I think favors departure, but not by much. It's kind of an even game when it comes to scaling, I believe. Although the Ornn items will help if this ends up being like a 45-minute slugfest, which I doubt.
At the moment, it is just looking like the Air Mains will be able to get their Badger. Will go for this steal. They do want to slow the game down as much as possible, so it looks like he's willing to give up his life to try and get that steal.
I mean, if Nunu loses a smite fight
They
he's
don't
entering.
have any
Oh, there you go.
vision, but
They just decided to hover around a little bit. Just to give them.
yeah, they wanted to go for the chance, but when Kane's E was down, they didn't want to end for it, which is
I
very
guess.
understandable.
Yeah, yeah.
It
They
is
ended
only
up
for
just
Drake.
yeah, they ended up just walking around being cheerleaders for the Nunu.
Let's go, Nunu, let's go.
Exactly, that's pretty
Let's
much
go,
what
Nunu, let's go.
pretty much what Departure decided to do.
So we do have the Gale Force coming out for the Caitlyn. How do you feel about ADC items right now?
I think that personally, ADCs won't agree with me, but I think they're overtuned, especially Kraken Slayer. But Gale Force is alright. I think Gale Force is in a good place, and the fact that Shield Bow can be built on champions like Yasuo and Yone makes the item a bit, a bit overpowered in my eyes. But Gale Force is a good choice here for Caitlyn, and I think both AD carries chose the right mythic this game, honestly. Caitlyn basically wants to survive and let her team carry while being a distraction, and Tristano needs to salvage something and actually damage Volibear and Nunu. So, yeah, they're doing well in my eyes.
We can see that. We do have the... Oh, but there is an engage in the mid lane. QP will try and get out, does lock in that gold card, and will be able to just walk away from that one. Didn't use the Everfrost. Could have been used there.
I feel like Diana is playing really conservatively with her ult. It's quite a short cooldown past level 11. She can just use it whenever she wants. It's like 50 seconds-ish. So, yeah, she can use it at will.
Yeah. Oh, biggest snowball
Twisted
ever.
Fate would have been dead. Oh.
They do interrupt Cute Pika's back. Cute Pika will just pick up some waves here. I'm considering that we are going to be moving towards the middle game soon. I'm surprised that they are still going for that rapid fire cannon on the TF
Yeah,
instantly.
I was about to say the same thing. It's they don't have any damage without a full damage build on Twisted Fate.
If they were ahead, I wouldn't mind it, but
Yeah,
on this one, when you're so far behind, I'm not sure what it's really gaining you. If you want to go for like side laning and pressure, just get a Nash's. It will give you the AP
yeah,
you need, and it will give you the attack speed you need to really push in the side lanes fast. If you want to
exactly.
go for full damage, then go for a full AP item. Go for
Mm.
the Lich Bane next. Don't go for
Rapid Fire Cannon,
Rapid
which
Fire.
doesn't really do much in this scenario.
I understand the extra range. You want to be able to auto
Yeah,
the Diana from outside her range, and but here it's just a bit slow. TF's not going to really be doing damage now until his third item,
it is.
which
As I also have over 300,000 points on Twisted Fate, this game is sad to watch. Twisted Fate from behind is just not worth it, in my opinion. Oh, did they catch him? They didn't catch him.
And they tried to make a catch onto Betma. The Call of Forge God is thrown down. They will put so much damage down, but they don't actually manage to get Diana. If they do manage to get Diana at this point, they really start to turn this game around. Kupika is doing what he can as well. Absolute Zero being channeled. That's so much damage onto the whole
This
team.
is actually a really good fight for Departure if they keep going.
They have
Unless
managed to
Diana
push
TPs.
Diana out. They can maybe force the TP if they're over quite aggressive here, but it will take a while.
No, they didn't take the opportunity of fighting without Diana. I really love Volibear's score this game as well.
Oh, someone asked, is it BO2? Yes. I mean, I know
It is.
BO2 as a sentence doesn't make sense because how can you have a best of two? But
Yeah.
it is 2 games that each team gets to play, one from each side. It's as if we're doing a double round robin like a normal league, except rather than playing 1 game a week, you play 2, so may as well just play both the games against the same teams.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yep. But yeah, people are pointing out that Blooming Burst right now does have quite a low vision score for a
Ooh,
support, but what you
it
can actually
does.
see is that most of the team's vision is spread out around them. Oh, but
There
that's a
we go.
beautiful ult from Diana. Pulls them all in, and that's just going to be the cleanup coming in from the ARAM mains. They're running down Banjo now, but Pedinho is stuck on his own. He does flash out. Call of the Forge God comes down, will pick up
Oh,
Blooming Burst with that Ornn damage, but there's just not much health left on him. And there's not much that he can do to stay alive.
no. And again, Volibear is 0-1-0. He doesn't even need to be here. Volibear can just go have a break, have a nap.
Volibear is just, he's just pushing the side lane.
He is. He's having
He's
fun.
like,
He's having the
I'm
time of his life.
fed up with this Ornn. I'm just gonna push by myself.
Exactly.
Emma is playing with fire here, is fairly
Or
low
is
on
he
health,
baiting?
staying quite close. Oh, when you have the 25 stack Medjais, I think it's more playing with fire than baiting.
I mean, his Zhonya's is up and his ult was up in 3 seconds. So,
Yeah, but if you die at this point, giving over
then
1,000
it's
gold,
kind of.
losing 10 stacks. Ooh. Meanwhile, while that was going on, the Mountain Drake was picked up by the side of the ARAM mains. That does put them on the Soul, a Mountain Soul as well. It will just make them even harder to kill. As I was saying about the Vision score,
Mm-hmm.
it's an interesting point because you can actually see that the Vision score is more spread out across the entire team on the side of the ARAM mains. I haven't really
It
been watching
is.
to see how Lulu's been working with Vision or how the rest of the team would be working with Vision. But it could just be that Lulu doesn't need to put too
Yeah.
much on Vision because the rest of her team doing it. I mean, she should really be spending more on Vision, but
Mm.
the fact
I'm
that
not.
I see no control wards in Lulu's inventory, and that makes me
I see
sad.
no. I see no red trinkets outside of supports, which is quite interesting. Oh, do they get a pick?
Oh,
No.
they do try to get a pick onto Candy Guns, but flashing forwards, Cupika will just go down, and they just don't have the damage. That's the 2.5 item Caitlyn against the 2 item TF, where one of the items is
One
a
of the
rapid fire,
items.
and
Yeah.
one of them's a picks damage. Oh my god. That is the
Um,
Caitlyn ult down on full cooldown though, because Ace in the Hole did come out, even if it didn't contribute to the kill in the end.
that's what I call a big oof.
Big oof. So On has
Unfortunate.
managed to get his first On item. He's upgraded himself. Not much that he can do. I think it's safe to say though that EA remains are probably going to win this. And if you
Probably.
are on the side of Departure Esports, what are you thinking for game 2? What are your
Um,
thoughts?
I'm thinking keep what works, drop everything else. Orn is working. So, but is Orn working or is top lane working? So, do we want a strong top lane? That's something that they would have to think about. Do we want to play towards top side next game, just to snowball it out of control and not let the mid and bot side of ARAM mains control the game? Otherwise, they'll be on the other side, so they'll have better access to Dragon Pit in the early game. red side has better access. So they could look to snowball early game and play more of an early game focused comp, because the comp that they're running right now, the Ornn just doesn't match up with the rest of it in
Oh.
my eyes. They would need something like a Volibear.
So I mean, I think the clear starting point is don't let Diana through draft again. Um,
Yeah,
if Cute
that's
Pika
also, yeah.
struggles so much into playing into it, don't let Diana through draft. I think you might need a bit of a stronger pick
Yeah.
for Cute Pika. I don't know how confident he feels on the TF, but it doesn't feel too great right now.
The TF micro is actually alright. I haven't really been focusing on like where he's moving and when on the map, but his micro, he picks cards properly and ults in right positions, and that's all fine. And he didn't auto attack a minion there, which I've done plenty of times. Um,
He did have to stopwatch earlier and should have died because he locked in a blue card, but
okay, yeah.
thankfully due to his stopwatch mechanics, he didn't.
There we go. So, but yeah, I think Twisted Fate is alright, but not into Diana and not with the comp that the comp that Departure have around Twisted Fate is okay. It's just Twisted Fate got completely countered by Caitlyn Lulu. The range is too high. He can't snowball on that early.
It
They would
is
need an
worth
engaged
noting
support.
the TF was locked in after Caitlyn Lulu, and
Karma.
I believe the only thing that they couldn't see on the other team wasn't it locked in towards the end of the draft? Yeah, it was locked
I
in 4-5, I think.
Was
Um,
Karma first picked? I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
Karma was
Karma was
first
first
picked.
picked. Yeah, you don't
Um,
pick Twisted Fate with that.
I don't think it's particularly the worst pick to pick Karma with Twisted Fate. It's just the pick of Twisted Fate there was just not the nicest thing to pick. Caitlyn
No,
Lulu, you're going to struggle to do anything into.
true. The range is too high.
You
For,
know,
for
I'm not sure whether Blooming Burst Hater 1 is Blooming Burst typing while playing, or it is one of Blooming Burst's friends.
Maybe.
But I'm loving the commentary. It's like it's half flame and half just good
Yeah,
job.
it's just passive aggressive
It's just
commentary.
passive aggressive commentary the whole time. And
Hmm.
I mean, I'm just assuming it's all in good fun and Blooming Burst is fine with it. I mean,
Ooh.
Burst can tell us if they're not fine with it, and
Yeah, tell us
we can
after
ask.
the game.
Yeah.
Wait, Blooming Burst.
Oh,
Okay,
but
Blooming Burst is Lulu. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the names just as of yet.
yeah,
Um,
neither am I. Call of the Forge God is pulled. This will be the last desperate stand from the side of Departure Esports TT.
and that's the bug.
But there's the bug. Um, Look at that nice flickering screen.
Yeah, but at least we know that means
I
Departure
believe that
Esports won.
means as well. I'm gonna check this. I think it means if we leave the game, we don't get the. Actually, let's try this. I'm gonna try surrender the game. No, okay.
Mm.
I think we don't get the after game stats, which is sad.
Oh,
Uh,
that is quite sad.
oh no, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Oh,
do. We
yeah.
do. I didn't swap because I wasn't sure whether we were going to get them, but
Right.
there we go for all you stat buffs who want to check some stats and things. Stats. Ooh, stats. You can see low damage on Lulu. The Diana damage was just massive.
Yeah, Diana damage was quite insane.
I feel like we need to point something out for Blooming Burst because of
Do we? Well,
all of this. Look, he killed a tower, guys.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
a
Yep,
tower
that's
kill right
good.
there.
Blooming Burst, right?
That's as many as Departure Esports is
Yep,
together.
and
Like,
more gold than Karma because played better, so earned more gold than Karma.
and
Control was
look at these clean numbers though.
ooh,
456. That
true damage
I,
taken 0. We love that.
that makes me happy that oh my god. That okay, just
Those
okay.
numbers are actually quite clean. Yeah. Control Wards purchased 0 for Tristana, 0 for Twisted Fate,
Yeah,
and everyone on ARAM mains purchased at least one Control Ward. I think that's what won them the game. It was Control Ward
it's fine.
diff.
Atomica bought 11. pulling the team
Putting
as
the
a
team on his
support.
back.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah.
There were the finishing things. We can see that the game did last. Well, I've cut it off from the screen. The game did last 28:55. That's interesting. It didn't work from because I tested this earlier and it fit perfectly in,
Mm.
but it's not working. Show damage graph. Okay, you want to see the damage graph? We'll show the damage graph quickly.
Here is the damage graph.
Oof. Look at that. Disgusting.
On carry.
Yeah, on early damage. And we can see Ornn's rune stats. You can always see one person's rune stats.
Oh no, demolish.
No demolish. But we'll go back to our starting screen. Oh, I should have updated while I was here, or in that. I should have thought to update this. But it's always good to just have a bit of a scuff. Why not? Everything scuffed is good. Everyone loves stuff that's scuffed, surely.
Love the scuff.
Um, Let me just get up the second game, ready to go. So, talk us through what should change for that game. What about the ARAM mains? Is there anything you think they should change,
I
or you'd
think.
like to
I
see from them?
mean, if it's working right, then keep going the way they're going, right? I liked the early grouping for early dragons because they have a no they can exploit that. They had early prio with Caitlyn Lulu. It seemed very thought through, whereas Departure Esports felt quite pick what you want. You know, there wasn't that. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they will tell me otherwise, but. It felt like the A remains know what they're doing. They have a game plan and they stick to it, which is 99% of the way to victory, honestly, in this
Uh,
game.
Also, what is your in-game name? I'll add you to the lobby.
Mine, that's SPX Grizz. SPX
Of
Space
course,
Grizz.
I should have realized that.
It's all clean. No numbers, no nothing. No special characters. There we go.
There you go. Have a
Alright,
join. Jump
I can
into
stop watching this and jump
someone
in.
is memeing adding a bot. Of course. Let me get the pick ban tool ready. Uh, uh,
Oh, people are saying for Departure Esports, just don't int. Maybe that's just
I
don't
mean,
int forehead.
that's always a good. I We got to see well, we didn't actually get to see a
Oh, that's my
duelist
that's
much of that
actually
game.
that's my jungler saying that actually.
Well, good to know that he's realized
He's
what he needs
realized
to do.
what the problem is.
I will quickly throw all of these into the chat. I'll throw the spectator link first because that's Did I just invite one team without thinking? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you, yeah.
I'm so fucking dumb. Like, what is wrong with me? I'm too tired. It's been an entire week, and this is it's like late. Give me a second.
It's
Uh,
okay. Have as many seconds as you like.
there we go. I've got someone from the other team. Actually, I can just start adding them all. Why not?
Yeah.
Add that. Candy guns. We actually have some really nice, clean names. I like candy guns.
Candy Guns is a good name. Yeah, I'm a fan. Actually, all of them are quite decent. There aren't really
I actually
any
like
difficult
Blumenburst as a
ones.
name. That's actually a really nice name. I know, I'm a connoisseur of league names, I guess. Oh, I got a really interesting name in my games earlier. We have a sub coming in between games, which
Do
is
we?
completely allowed. By the
Yes,
way,
of
for
course.
people that don't know, the new rule is your first 7 players are expected to play the 2 games. So that
Mhm.
allows you some room to sub between games, and if someone has like an accident before the game time, you can sub out without being penalised. So Raki will be subbing in for Vizid for the side of Departure Esports T2.
All right.
But as everyone wants to know, the game that I came into, the name that I came into earlier in League is the most erotic man.
Oh,
Yes.
I played against Free LP Enjoyer.
Did you get some free LP?
Well, no, I was against him and he beat me. So I guess he did enjoy some free LP.
Yeah, I guess his team. The
Yeah,
mains for
yeah,
his
his team
teammates.
enjoyed it. Yeah,
Enjoy your free LP.
enjoy it.
Who has the best name of those two teams? Well, Departure Esports T. I'm not sure what Departure Esports is for. Like, and
Are
we've
they
also got
leaving? Where
the
are they
ARAM
going?
mains. Yeah, like, are they leaving somewhere? Are they,
Where are they off to?
where,
Holiday, maybe? Who knows?
yep. Oh yes, Prodraft. Yes.
Yeah, that would
We're,
help.
it's, it's very late, and I'm trying to like do a lot of things. Okay, I didn't set up everything correctly. So that's the spec link.
Wait a second.
Uh,
The ARAM mains got moved up from River, right?
yes.
Yeah, that's why I haven't scouted them. Damn.
Aha.
Because they're
Uh,
in the same league as us now. I need to scout ARAM mains now.
well, here's the perfect games to
Ooh.
watch.
Yeah, exactly. I've scouted Departure Esports, and they've actually quite departed from it, if you excuse the pun. Um, like from their PGGs and what they were like looking at. I had them playing mainly engage supports, but apparently they liked the Lulu.
I think their support mostly plays enchanters, so
All
you
right,
might have got the
maybe it was
right.
a different guy. Maybe it was a different guy.
Maybe. Uh, Make sure you jump into that spectator link that I
Oh yes, of
posted.
course. Right, spec link. There we go.
Then you'll get to see all of the
Good thing.
nice stuff. I'm going to update the caster names quickly. Uh, oh, right, we're into draft. Oh, too much stuff going on too quickly. Um, Quickly sum that up.
Okay.
The Udyr was banned almost instantly. Nunu and Willop being banned out.
Okay.
Malzahar, Diana being banned out.
Departure are doing the tactic of you won't play what you played last game.
I didn't like your last game. You don't
Yeah,
get to do it again.
pretty much. ARAM mains are banning a bunch of CC and Samira that benefits from CC, so I guess that's a good ban.
Blooming Burst hater pointing out from chat that they're not banning Lulu. Wait a second, that's a different color.
They are
Blooming
banning.
Burst hate. Oh, they didn't like the Lulu. They were like, ugh, just play something else.
Yeah, we don't like them.
Wait, that Blooming Burst hater one account was created 20 minutes ago.
I feel
Nice.
like it might be Blooming Burst himself.
I hope so. I hope during that entire game he was just typing in chat. And Seraphine, first pick.
That's a good pick, yeah.
Yeah, Departure Esports didn't leave it open when they were on blue side.
Yeah, because
And then when
they
they're on
wanted
red
it.
side, they leave it open and it gets first picked. Hopefully they have something they want to play into it.
Yeah, something they want to take. Maybe 2 power picks they want to take from the air.
Orianna, a very strong pick.
Hecker.
Did get nerfed.
Hecker. Pick it. Do it.
Hecarim is also a very strong pick.
It's open. I mean, I don't know if they play it, honestly. Orianna Rel, that's good enough. That's good.
Yeah. I also never checked whether the draft music is working on stream. Can someone on the stream just give me a thumbs up if you can hear music in the background?
It is. It is working.
Good. Because I have no way to check it. That's good. Volley Bear being locked in. Rel, also a very strong support. Looks like Departure Esports have been watching the last patches of EU LCS and just went, you know what, Orianna won a lot, Rel won a lot, lock him in, let's go.
Lock him in, exactly. And it ties in with me, with my scouting, saying they play engage supports. Apparently,
Yep.
I was wrong in game 1, but okay, Echo.
Atomica, I feel like that's what you want to have him on, more of that engage style. Or you put him on the TAM, the Atomica special. Although we can't call TAM the... Well, I don't know, like, TAM's the Atomica special, but also Atomica Inting is the Atomica special.
Atomic Inting. I mean, Rel is a good champion to end on, honestly.
Quite good. Urgot as well, just locking in all the things that appear to be super good in
So they left.
pro play right now.
So they left AD carry and jungle for phase 2. I wonder what they have in store. Maybe just like a little, I don't know, Kai'Sa plus a carry jungler or something.
You can see that maybe Departure Esports will go. They can't quite get the full team ban from game 1 since the Volibear was locked in. But
It's unfortunate. They did ban the Caitlyn though.
they did get rid of the Caitlyn Jhin being banned in return. A remains did lock in the Echo. Echo, yeah, Echo's not only open, Echo was locked in.
Yeah.
And it is something that can be very strong. Jinx also being banned out, banning out some of the
I really
range
like their draft so far, Aaron Mains, that is, because both Volibear and Echo are technically flex picks.
So is Seraphine. At the moment,
yeah, so is Seraphine. Everything
none
is
of them
a
are
flex
locked
pick.
into any particular role. However, I would expect that is the Echo mid lane, probably the Volibear top again, and Seraphine support, since we know that their support does like to play the enchanters. Kai'Sa being locked in is a very good champion with Rel.
Yeah.
This is a strong teamfight team coming out from
That
Departure
is very
Esports.
strong, yeah. Very meta.
Very meta, a bit of a more solid team right now. Tristana being hovered for the ARAM mains.
I would have preferred Ashe if they play it, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I really feel about the Tristana into something like Rel, especially.
Yeah.
Tristana also doesn't match up too well in lane with Seraphine. They don't have too much synergy together. When you get towards that later games, of course, Tristana can jump in and Seraphine can use the Tristana jumping in to get a longer ult, but let's see how that goes. Jungler is left up. I would expect them to pick something tanky, so this Zac is quite likely going to be locked in. And it does get locked in.
I realize the ARAM mains, I mean, no one plays every champion in the game, but I would have loved, instead of Tristana Zac, just play Ashe Ivern. Just play Ashe Ivern and let them engage all they want. They have a 3,000 point shield on them. It doesn't matter. Win the game. But instead, we'll be having a 5-on-5 brawls every 3 minutes or less.
It's up to Departure Esports to round out that comp with whatever they want. Sejuani, just a very
Even
strong
more, all
frontline
in.
pick. And those are our comps coming out. We can see very strong team fight this time being drafted from the side of Departure Esports. They want to go for that team fight power. They more side laney picks didn't work well for them.
Once they are in, they are not out.
They did not get the movement.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get to the point of the game where they could do that, I guess.
They didn't quite get strong enough to be able to do that.
Seraphine sucks, says fuck in chat.
Well, we'll have to see whether Seraphine sucks this game.
We'll have to see.
As we go into game 2 of
Are
this
we
2-game
doing
series.
predictions?
Yes. How do I pay out the last prediction?
I have no idea. I thought it does it automatically. I don't.
Choose outcome. There we go.
Oh, there you
So everyone lost all of their money.
Everyone lost all of their money.
There we go. That's good job, guys. Good job. So what we're gonna do is. Oh no! Apparently Sandarius did bet. He just bet 0, and that means he gets all of the money. Oh,
wait, he gets all of it. He gets everything that was bet on Departure.
It looks like it.
That's kind of yeah.
We're gonna do it slightly differently. So the poll is gonna be who won draft. Was it TAM? Was it DET2? You've got 3 minutes, let's say, to tell us who won the draft, and then we'll do bets on who's going to win the game. Who won the first game? It was the area mains.
Who won draft? I think personally, I think Departure won draft in game 2.
the Aero main smashed through the mid lane last game.
Mm.
Uh, so we'll have to see
They'll
what
have a
happens.
harder time doing so. Oriana Echo, I'm learning Echo right now, and Oriana is quite a difficult matchup pre-6. And then after that, as every matchup with Echo is, it's even or you're ahead. You just have to get to level 6.
So make sure you vote in the poll. Let us know who you think the best draft was. Was it the Aero mains? Was it Departure Esports? We will see as we go further into the game. It does look like most people are favouring Departure Esports this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that is fun to see. 27 Ward score is rooting for Seraphine.
Wait, is that account also created about 10 minutes
I want to
ago?
say maybe 3 minutes ago. Created 1 minute ago. Oh,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
27 Ward score.
These counts just coming out of the woodwork straight away. This one draft poll is. Can I end it early? I feel like we don't need to keep going with it. I don't think I can
Yeah?
end it early. If I do
Oh no,
/poll, can I end it early? We're finding out. A poll is already active. Okay, no, but we can do predictions. Sure, we can
we
set up a
can.
prediction at the same time, maybe. Um, Start prediction. Here we go. Who will win?
Yeah,
The
ARAM
ARAM
main won
mains
first game.
or Departure Esports Team 2? The submission period, how long you have to go with this? We'll say 2 minutes again because we want it to go off before the end.
One new event predictions. I'm putting all my money on Departure Esports because I
Annoyingly,
believe.
I can't vote. Wait, if I go on my phone, I can vote for my other account. Here we go.
Oh, there
This
you go.
is genius. Why did I not think of this? And it will also give the stream another viewer.
It will exposure to yourself, but
New prediction. Here we go. I want to do the prediction. Wait. Hello?
oh, that's a
Prediction.
bold prediction. Predicting Seraphine will finish the game 2-13-17 with 13 CS. We'll see how right they are.
Wait, does my account just have no
No channel points.
points yet? No, it's got points. Why can't I vote?
If you follow, you get some.
God damn it! I'm set as a mod in the chat.
Oh no.
I can't vote. No. Well, there you go. You guys know that I can't cheat the system because I can't vote. The matches can't be fixed because I gain nothing from fixing them. I did notice someone said you kind of need Seraphine in a solo lane because you need more than one item before 25 minutes now. If that was talking about Seraphine, I don't really agree.
I mean,
Um,
Moonstone did get patched, right? And so did Stuff of Flowing Water.
Yeah, but Seraphine is just so strong normally. I don't think you really need the two items to be that useful. The amount of CC that you just bring to a team with your E and your ultimate, as well as the move speed, shield, and potential heal of your
Yeah.
W, just makes Seraphine such a strong scaling champion.
I mean,
It's great.
it works really well into Departure Esports comp because it acts as a good disengage tool in this case, if they ever need to disengage. Whereas Departure Esports doesn't really have an option to disengage ever. They're just in it to win it or lose it, whichever it is.
And then, yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes.
I don't agree too. Seraphine normally is strong, but when she's in the hands of Blooming Burst, then it's just not worth anything.
Oof. Really coming out on Blooming Burst.
Yeah, Blooming Burst
Just
hater
wait,
one.
I'm gonna become a Blooming Burst fan just to watch him prove you all wrong. uh, that's definitely going to work.
Yeah,
Wait, I
I'm
think
definitely.
Sanders did emote chat at some point. How do I put on emote chat? I forgot to do that. There we go. We got emote chat for a little while. And
Only mode.
emo only. Uh, Spam your emotes for the team you want to win, guys. And we'll take off emo only chat in like a minute or so. I don't know. I might forget because my memory's fucking terrible. As soon as we get into game, I'll take off emote chat. I completely forgot that I had to manually do it. It didn't even occur to me that no one was using emotes after we redeemed emote chat. I should set like a timer on that as well, I guess.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
nice.
I assume you can set a timer, or like I should set up a time limit that it goes for, and then I can turn it off after that or something. Gotta work it out.
Oh, back to the game. Cute Pika on Oriana didn't go for the teleport,
Nope, we
which,
do also have Airy, not
yeah, not phase rush.
Phase Rush, and Exhaust.
Mm.
So we saw last time Pika took Ignite. I think Exhaust is a good flex to take Exhaust instead
Yeah.
here. When you've lost that first time and you just want to make sure that you scale towards the team fights. Yeah, Exhaust. Why not? Oh no, I
Yeah.
accidentally changed a mod view. That's not what I meant to do. Go back.
I guess just not a fan of the teleport is Cute
Can
Pika.
someone turn off the stupid emo only chat? Someone who has mod powers? Thanks. I can't do it right now, so maybe I could do it from phone. We'll have to check.
Doritos chip. Alright, we're in game, doesn't it?
Yep.
Red team is invading.
Ping's going down. Other things to note, we do also see the cleanse from Raki on the Kaiser.
Which I don't understand, but yeah, okay. I guess it's for the Seraphine, but yeah.
We do have some high skin games coming out. We've got a KDA Kaiser, we've got the KDA Seraphine,
Mm.
or whatever it's called. I'm sure what
Wallets are
it's
being
called.
thrown around.
Um, we've got Pink Zac, which is, of course, the best Zac.
The
Oh, wait, I
Chrome.
see emotes only chat. I can fix it. Perfect. There we go, guys. Now you don't have to spam
You fixed
emotes.
it and the screen went black though.
Uh, Give me a second to fix that, okay?
Oh, there we go.
I,
Alright,
I would have
so
liked to see how Blooming Burst Hater managed to hate Blooming Burst through emotes. Cute Pika here is playing the lane fairly well, being
yeah,
quite
he
aggressive
should be
on
playing aggressive. That's really good.
the
Yeah.
Oriana.
I mean, Airy does help with that, but he also did just walk into the Echo queue.
They are just very small trades going out across the map. Both tanks are just farming.
I'm really a fan. I'm a fan of what Oriana's doing in this lane.
Yep. Very aggressive spacing, that's what you want to see.
Exactly.
Should be standing a little bit further away from the minions realistically, so that Echo has to choose between getting that Q down on the minions or her. There is a small engage up top. Harry Ties does end up taking that tower shot, which will overall make the trade fairly even. Would have been a high win without that. Meanwhile, in this mid lane, we do see that the CS is fairly even. Oriana will be slightly ahead. Does have quite the lead on terms of health. In the bot lane, it should have been... Oh, it's actually going to be equal CS in the bottom lane. Top lane is slightly in favour of the Volibear, but Volibear does have a slightly easier time into Urgot
Yeah. Volibear can
early
push
on.
the first 3 waves quite easily. He's one of the best early shoving champions in the game.
And nice from
Okay.
Pika there, getting the interrupts onto the back from Echo, just keeping him in this lane where he's at the early disadvantage as long as possible.
Heavy trading.
We'll have the roam first up to help Sejuani They could do a collapse here towards this top lane. So 20 is going in onto Zac. Dr. Tina's being taken very low. That is the stun being thrown out. The smite does go down from Dr.
Okay.
Tinus. I believe he picked that. No, it was
Yeah,
picked up by Badger in the
Sejuani got it,
end.
yeah.
They have got the Zac blobs out. TP is coming in
That's
from
an
the
Echo
Echo to the
TP.
blob to keep the Zac alive. Harry Ty's been taken incredibly low, will get picked up in the end, but it is being turned around. Can Badino do anything? He does pick up one. He flips the Echo back over his shoulder, and they're now walking onto Betmer. Exhaust is thrown down by Cute Pika, but Cute Pika has
Here comes
absolutely
the
no mana.
exhaust.
Will just auto-attack this poor Echo over and over. Betmer being bullied slightly. A lot of damage actually coming down onto Betmer. Cute Pika should pull back up, does not end up getting it in the end. And very good coming out from the sides of Departure Esports, putting up much more of a fight than what happened last game, getting themselves a 700 gold lead in this
Well,
early
that's
game.
a 4-minute Tiamat. That's quite good. That's quite huge.
You can actually see the pressure that was put down onto this Echo early. He now has 2 Doran's items to start, really respecting Cute
Yes.
Pika.
But that's where the teleport comes in. Comes in clutch.
Oh,
He did get
beautiful
that was a great
interrupt from
cancel.
Banjo onto the elastic shots. I'm not sure what it's called. Onto Zac's jump.
Elastic slingshot, I believe.
Yeah.
It's something slingshot.
Oh, you can actually look them up without interrupting the stream if you want. You can click on the
Oh,
champion's
yeah.
portrait and
You
all their
can.
abilities will come up in the bottom left.
Yeah, it is elastic slingshot.
Ah, there we go. I was pretty much right.
Yeah.
Just forgot the sling bit.
No, I think Ergot should be pushing his advantage. He knows that Zac is on the other side of the map, so he can do with the lane as he pleases. But he is respecting it a little bit too much. He has double buffs and Tiamat. He wins
Well,
everything.
you do have to be careful. He does have the bounty, so you don't want to give over that bounty. He does have to push this in. It's not guaranteed that Zac's on the bot side of the map. They did push him out of his jungle, and it looked like he was walking towards mid. So they might have assumed, oh, he's cleared his bot side jungle already. And he's going to be heading over towards the top side, so they could assume that he's on the top side right now.
Yeah,
of course, it's not quite
better
right.
safe than sorry.
Yep, especially when you're sitting with a bounty on your head. You don't want to be giving over that extra gold. Looks like Dr. Tinus is potentially looking for some sort of gank on mid, unless... There it goes onto Cute Pika. But nothing will come out of it in the end.
No.
Cute Pika just staying very far back, being
Yeah,
very
well
respectful. And this this directed camera really loves bot lane. I'm not sure
Yeah,
who it
he
loves in
really
the bot
does.
lane. Well, Raki's just subbed in this game, and this game it's not got off the bot lane. It must really love Raki.
Probably. I mean, top lane, we haven't seen them for a while.
Yeah.
And mid lane, I actually like the Boots 2 purchase from Cute Pika because of Echo passive giving so much speed. You want to counteract that speed, and also not having phase rush.
Oh,
It
a
makes
nice
up for
roam here
it.
from Cute Pika. Brilliant engage from Atomica into the Orianna ultimate.
Beautiful.
And that was just too easy to pick up. Candy Gun's having to use both of his summoners to stay alive. Blooming Burst not able to use any of them, or just choosing to keep them.
It looked like from this early game, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it looks like Departure Esports underestimated the ARAM mains in the first game, and in this game they are truly showing that they deserve to win, and they deserved to win both games.
And it's the steal from Betma. The camera didn't want to show us that. It was more interested in Urgot farming the top lane. Banjo trying to get out there, flashing away, but Betma will be able to pick that up. Tinus is now engaging, but it is the 2v3, and I'm not sure Zac really wants to fight that. Will flash away over, just about staying alive. Betma has been left to just back on his own in the enemy jungle, and will get out there.
Yeah, he does get out.
Actually, very good win.
Yeah, very good win from ARAM mains. The mid laner Betma showing once again that he should be the one who's being watched.
Saying, watch me mid.
Yeah,
Watch what I can do.
Mid. Yeah, I mean, the Diana performance was good enough on its own, but now he's showing that he can put the team on his back again. But we'll see if that's enough.
I will be interested to see because these are assassin picks that he's really picking up. Of course, we can't really tell just how good both these mid laners are until we see them play against a couple of other mids. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if the competition in terms of the laning is more fierce, whether if they're up against maybe a stronger laner, how well he'll actually be able to perform for this team.
I'm actually looking forward to playing against Betma since we seem to share a champion pool.
That's an interesting one to look out for then.
Yeah,
And Tomoka
it
did
is.
use Crash Down actually to get away there. Just very nice little interaction to get away. So yeah, both supports still sitting on level 5.
Yeah, I was gonna look for. Yeah, they're about 1 minion away from 6. Seraphina's anyway.
Seraphine is now 6.
Okay, didn't use that
Doesn't look like getting
level
instantly go for
advantage.
the ult instantly, which could be correct. You might just want to save it for disengage later on.
Or
It's
save
about
it for the dragon, maybe.
yeah, it's about a 1,500 gold lead right now for Departure Esports. DET2 doing what they can. Mika here, just playing really well in this mid lane, despite not having the phase rush and showing, you know what, I don't need the phase rush.
Yeah, playing really well and absorbing pressure from the Zek. It really helps the side lanes.
And getting that first roam yet again as the Orianna.
Yeah, which is really good. You'd expect Echo to be getting those early roams off, but apparently not.
No, it's a bit too hard for him to shove right now with the lead that Orianna did get.
Well, that's a good W.
The Q is thrown out, but not much comes out there. And we seem to be getting into a little bit of a lull. Point
A little
advantage.
bit, yeah.
Ooh,
No one
Emma's
seems
under
to
the
be.
tower.
Ooh. No one seems to be interested in the spawn of the Herald.
Looked like Cute Pika's ult was just came off of cooldown after that happened. We might have seen a kill. Otherwise, Echo is moving up towards this top lane. Banjo will spot him out as he walks up now. We'll try and get out of this fight.
And Orianna isn't there. It's a 3v2.
Yep, Padidino also walking away. That will be the double. Just the one stun coming out onto the Urgot. There's a lot of damage going down. Has to flash out. Use the E as well to get away. Banjo now stuck. Not really where it's to be. The tower is disabled and they will pick up the 1 kill onto the Sejuani. Goes into the pockets of the Volibear.
That in any other scenario would be a quick Herald, but the
But here
Rel
we
roam
go.
is really good.
Crash down comes down with the ult, stuns both of them up, but Cute
But
Pika and Padino are just
there's
not
no
quite
follow-up.
there. They do get the ultimate coming back out. And the Orianna ultimate does miss, flashing
Ooh.
forwards, really wanting to follow up on this, but they can't quite get anything from it. They should be able to transition it into the Rift Herald should they want
And
to.
Echo still has teleport, so they should be able to take it if they see that opportunity. But it looks like they're going to play it safe.
Teleport looks like it is coming out into this middle lane. They don't want to lose too much pressure. I'm not sure they really had to teleport to the mid lane there. You could have just sent Zac to pick up that wave.
Yeah.
And save the teleport for a play towards either the bottom or top lane. Or to help get yourself some advantage somewhere else on the map.
Yeah. It's a sort of investment into the future instead of he cashed out now with the teleport.
I'm going to see the poke coming out slightly in this lane where Kai'Sa's just been left to farm under a tower.
Which is good. I'm a fan of the poke because it sets up an easier dragon. If Kai'Sa's half health, she's less likely to walk up. But it looks like they're going to trade. They're not trading. I don't know what Zac is doing.
Candy Gun's just going in for that.
Okay, they are trading.
Yep, Rift Herald for the dragon. It's arguable which one is better. I think it's a fire drake. Yeah, it's a fire drake.
Yeah, it is.
So, not the strongest drake, not the weakest. Definitely good if your team is very burst orientated, which they're pretty burst orientated.
Now, Departure Esports has 40 seconds to drop the Herald. Do they do it?
Yes, you have to get that Herald down because it guarantees you 2 plays if you get it down, which is at least a kill's worth. Unfortunately, they don't really haven't really managed to push anywhere, so they're not
No,
going to get much more
they're
from
not
it.
doing it.
Oh dear.
Looks like no plates will be had this
Oh
game in
dear.
general. Early leads, gold leads. None really. It seems like a very even game. Despite the 1,000 gold lead, it's sort of spread out over 400 gold here and there. So overall, even though it does say 1k, there isn't much of an item advantage to be speaking of.
It's mainly in that top lane right now. We see the Titanic Hydra up
Yeah.
against just components. Also, Pedinho sitting on no boots. Harry Tice has picked up the early Ninja Tabby, which is really
Oh,
nice. Does ult for the extra health, but there's also an engage in the bot lane. Nice sidestep from Raki there. Atomica goes in to help keep his ADC alive. And they're putting down a lot of damage onto Tynus. Tynus does use the ultimates to try and does
oh,
get the
get out
passive
from
ulti to try
Kai'Sa.
and get himself alive. That is the Orianna bull throw down to give Reki those extra defenses. Meanwhile, that Herald did go off top, and they will get the first turret, so not too bad.
Yeah, they got first tower for it.
Raki and
That's really
Pika
good.
are getting away. Flash forwards will manage to pick up the kill onto the Kai'Sa, but it looks like they're going to get the second charge off on the Herald. They will get even more damage down. Might get a
They
second
can
tower.
keep going. Volibear has no ult. They could have dived. They could have dove him.
They
Just
keep
saying.
going. Looks like Qpika might try and steal this in the end. Has been spotted out, but is quite high up in terms of health. There's a lot of burst going down. Atomica is here though. The
Ooh,
shockwave goes wide. Nice crash down into the W distance,
good,
and
good double kill. Rel
that's a
is
double into
giga smurfing.
Oriana. And yeah, Atomica playing for the team. That's what you want to see from your support. He's willing to die to keep his Kaiser alive. Getting some really nice crash downs onto multiple targets. Some really
Oh
nice
no,
ultimates.
Blooming Burst hater has just got more fuel. Blooming Burst just died again.
Oh, oh no. Well, the gold lead has now widened to 2,000 for the side of Departure
It
Esports.
has, and I'm guessing it's mainly
And Oriana picking
on
up the
Pika.
Dark Seal. Qpika did just get an injection of gold, but was slightly behind before. Is
Yeah,
now is 600 ahead, which
it's
is
kind of
not
just
a
the
bad.
top side. The top side is ahead. Yep, for Departure.
Bottom side is slightly behind.
Yeah.
It is partly due to what Kaiser's tends to buy. Getting that early serrated Dirk means that your mythic comes in quite a bit later. Petma going in on Cute Pika here. There's a lot of damage being thrown down. Taking Cute Pika down to about half health. Damage was thrown down in return.
Now I want to look for Echo's use of the rocket belt because it's actually an auto attack reset. So if you go in with your EQ, then straight away rocket belt into auto attack, you get your passive off
Oh, but
immediately.
there comes the Orianna ultimate, picking up the kill onto the Seraphine. They're trying to go even further. Candy Guns does knock Banja back.
Kai'Sa getting the kill really helps as well.
One kill, quick kill picked up, but here is the Urgot spamming the W. Just doing so much damage down.
Yeah, that's post nerf on the Titanic Hydra Urgot.
Oh, and the flip from
Oh,
Volibear, but there's also an engage in mid lane, but Bema's really low here. Will probably be forced to ult out of this one. There, the ultimate goes back, and nice stuff from Atomica into
and
crash
again,
down.
Atomica smurfing.
Oh, and Harry Tice does manage to force the flash out of Bedinho's Urgot, but that's a lot of damage. The shotgun knees doing so
He
much. The
couldn't.
heal was disgusting. Will flash out in the
Ah,
end.
he had about 0.1 seconds there to reactivate the ult, and unfortunately missed the window. Otherwise, that would have been a juicy 3-0 Urgot.
But we see a lot of trades coming down all around the map.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of fighting, lots of trades, but it speaks to how the teams know their limits on the champions, that there aren't as many kills as last game. And it's much less, the game is less snowbally.
And so, Departure Esports know that they're on Vision doing this because they saw the ward
They do.
in the river before their pink ward got cleared.
Oh, that's too late, my
Just a
friend.
bit too late, but they will get a very nice engage out from it. Atomica will try and sacrifice himself to get his team
That's a
a good
great
disengage, but
shockwave.
a great shockwave. Nothing will get picked up from it. It does end up being a 1-for-1, with the dragon being picked up in favor of Departure Esports, which is what you want. This could be going towards a 4 Ocean Soul.
Oh,
If
that
that
is
happens, that Urgot is going to become unkillable.
pretty much, yeah, with the
Oh, okay, I see something I don't really know. That's a
Tristana Echo.
ballsy buy on the Oriana.
3-stack Magi. Okay.
The upgraded Magi's when we're at 3 stacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, shows she bought Dark Seal quite late because being 305 should have it fully stacked.
Lots
No,
of
no, this.
pricing out.
Oh, there is one.
Dino is going for Betmer here, the ultimate forced out, and that's a lot of damage thrown down. And
That's
they
a dead
are
echo.
maybe going to get
That's a
extra
dead echo.
stacks.
Sejuani
Lots
of
of
just a good measure.
lots of ultimates thrown down, and that's now a 5-stack Magi's.
It is. So I guess it paid off, right?
We'll see.
10 to 40 support ward score difference.
Do also have to look at the rest of the team though. Like,
Yeah, of course, of
I'm
course.
surprised somehow Candy Guns has a higher ward score than
Yeah,
Blooming.
I mean, he has the second highest ward score in the game behind Atomica. This is a bold Baron, by the way. We're not talking about it for some reason, but yeah,
Yeah, they got a
they
kill
just
in the
get
mid
it.
lane. They started up because they saw that both Candy
Oh,
and Blooming were down bot, but there's engage into the pit. Tynus is going in. He's
it
trying to
could
steal the
get
Baron. It goes
stolen.
really low. Does not get stolen in the end. 200 health was on it there, but they're daring the fight. There comes the Oriana ultimate, pulling them
Good
back.
shockwave.
Zac passive left. Betmer is doing what he can on the backside. Does manage to pick up the kill onto the rel. Will get stunned up though and picked up by Oriana.
And that is now a
15
15-stack Magi.
Magi's. And
The
sure,
pick,
this is working.
that was a 400 IQ Magi pick.
Knew they were about to pick up
Yeah.
loads of kills.
Exactly. I was expecting it.
I feel like maybe TF's just not the pick for QPico. I mean, we can see
Maybe.
QPico's been trying to do the same sort of things with the Oriana, but Oriana seems like a much safer pick.
Yeah.
He's looking a lot more comfortable on it. I really need to turn down how loud that thing is. Holy crap. The follow sound is so loud. Blooming Burst trying to do what he can into the Baron. It's not quite doing enough. Of course, magic damage, not great into Baron minions. Not great at all.
No. No, they don't really have a lot of wave clear on the side of Aerial mains.
See, what
I
I've
mean,
just done there is the amazing bait. I baited everyone into following by saying I hated how loud it was. Genius.
That was genius.
But anyway, Bema taking a lot of damage. The shockwave is thrown out and will be quite easily dodged from.
Unfortunately.
Well, you can't be biased.
No, no. I mean, I would say that the other way as well. I just like kills happening. So lack of kills means I'm unhappy. Oh, is Echo dead?
Echo does end up using the ultimate to come back. We'll try and get
Okay.
out. But
He could be out.
oh,
That's a great
using
Seraphine
the
ult.
Seraphine ult almost manages to keep Echo alive, but the ultimate going forwards from the Kai'Sa will pick it up in the end. Tynus in the middle of the enemy team will get thrown back and stunned up, and the kill is taken. Blooming Burst will now try and help get Candy Guns and the rest of his team out. But they want to chase it. Departure Esports trying to go in, and there is the ultimate from the Sejuani, but he misses the Q. Candy Guns always manages to get out there. Exhaust is thrown down, but it's not enough to keep alive the ADC. It's just Volibear and his Seraphine left to defend. But they can't do much damage here, and it's a Baron minion.
The question is, can they end the game?
There isn't much time left on most of the respawns, so I don't expect it. I don't think they have too long left on their Baron buff. Oh, but they pick up the kill.
Seraphine is dead.
Cute Pika up to the 25 Magi
Yeah.
stacks, showing you may have got 25 Magi stacks last game. I'm getting it this game. You're not the only one who can smurf on the mid lane here.
And while the Echo pick was great to begin with, it sort of petered off and became. I mean, he can still do things, but it's not as impactful as it was in the beginning for Betma. And
Yeah,
that is,
you really want to be side laning with it. We haven't really seen him
yeah,
get to the side lane. He's only sitting on the 1.5 item. Is this the middle league? Yes, Jacko, this is the Lagoon League, which is the middle league. Um, so far, we do have TAM having won the first game. DET2 are putting on quite a strong performance in this
yeah.
second
We
game.
just suddenly jumped to a 10,000 gold lead. I guess Baron helps a lot in that sense. And the question is, how do we, if I am the ARM mains, how do I get back into this game? Is the question. What do I do?
You put Echo onto a side lane, you put Volibear onto the other side lane, have them split push, try and get enough vision that it will keep them alive to split push safely and just take whatever they can.
Yeah,
Try and funnel what you can really into Tristana and Echo. Jungle camps at this point should not be going to Zac, they should be going to Tristana and Echo.
they should be.
Well, what jungle camps you can get.
And then Seraphine, Volibear, Zek are alright at
Oh, but
disengaging.
there's the engage. Seraphine is picked up. Sichuani ultimate thrown down onto Candy Guns. Candy Guns will walk out. The I got ultimate also thrown out. I need to learn the names of the ultimates. I haven't played for so long that I don't remember their names. It's
And
really
the
annoying.
ultimate is, I don't know myself, Fear Beyond Death.
The fear beyond death. It's thrown out. Zac trying to engage to keep his Volibear alive, but he might have just given his own life for that of his top laner's sins. Does manage to get out without too much damage. QPika not having any mana left. It looks like
Yeah.
Departure Esports will have to back off yet again, not having taken any towers.
I
And
mean,
you can win as many
Oriana
fights
has.
as you want, but if you don't get towers, you won't win
You
the
don't win
game.
the game. Yeah. I mean, Oriana is sitting on 2,500 gold right now, which means she should be getting a Rabadon's. Yep, and there it is. That is a scary, scary Oriana. That one-shots everyone except Zac, I think. Actually, Volibear will probably survive it as well. So I'm looking for a big shockwave into team deletion.
Big shockwave. This is a big wombo combo style team comp from Departure Esports right here.
It is.
With both Atomica and QPika, if they can match together well, do so much. You can see they actually started up the Baron yet again. No real vision from the side of ARAM mains. They can't really get too far out of their base. They've got some vision around the bottom side of the jungle. Looks like they might want to be fighting over the next dragon instead of this Baron. It was very hard for them to establish any vision on the top side, so give up the
Yeah,
Baron.
there isn't much they can do.
Yeah, give up the Baron to get your vision on the bottom side of the map. Try and get some vision in there. They do have to try and live that long, though. They do
There is an
engage onto
engage.
Blooming Burst.
Okay,
Will
he
flash
flashes away.
out, but the Seraphine ultimate on is thrown down.
There's just no follow-up damage. There's just nothing there.
Yeah, without your Tristana there, there's not too much you can do. Tristana walking up now, but Blooming Burst
And
is
there we
just
go.
taken out. Stepping just a little bit too far forwards on that Seraphine. 13,000 gold lead. Banjo now
27
going in,
minutes into the
taking
game.
a lot of damage. Actually, stunned up still in the tower, will flash out. Harry Ty's taking so much damage, has to ultimate to keep himself alive. There's the engage from Tynus, gets double knock-up. Will take out Atomica. Banjo's been thrown very low, will be taken out. Fear Beyond Death does get a double fear down. They will pick up the Volibear. Bearman's not able to hit anyone, just standing so far away from this fight. Raki now following up onto Betma. Will pick up that kill in the end, and that is the ace, and that has to be the end of the game. Just Blooming Burst
It
has
has to be.
respawned in time, but that's almost the entire
Oh,
health bar going to one dissonance from the Oriana.
sure is.
And
If I
25
am,
seconds. Save the
yeah,
KDA?
if I am Departure Esports here, I want to end the game before 28:55 because it shows we ended the game 30 seconds faster,
And they did
and
manage
they
to
did,
end the game ever so slightly faster than their opposition.
which clearly shows superiority, right? Because that 30 seconds matters.
Sure. That's not what I wanted to show. I wanted to show the client. Yeah, sure, we can say that matters. I don't know how I'll get back to the normal view of the stream because holy crap, I accidentally went to the mod view at some point and it made it really hard to keep track of the chat on my second screen because it moved where it was. But there we go. I can pay out the predictions. Um, Damage graphs, yes, we will do the damage graphs. There's your damage graphs. See how much damage there is. We can choose the outcome. 84% of it was on departure to win. They did
Right.
win the second game. Ori,
So,
after having an absolutely terrible first game, QP comes back, not tilting in the second game, and doing an insane amount of damage on the Oriana. Potentially a ban for other teams. They might want to look at that. Here's all the stats for all of those stats nerds out there who want to record the stats. We'll go down them, take your screenshots, whatever you need. Of course, there'll be VODs. You can come back, watch the VODs. Take
yeah.
a nice vision score from Atomica there. The
Hmm.
true meme connoisseur. I don't know how you managed to pull that one off, but fair play, fair play. And yep, there's all your stats. We'll quickly move back over to the first screen. Make screens of that. Yeah, I mean the someone will have to make screens of that. Um, and there we go. The first series of season 4. Yeah, we are season 4
Yeah.
is over. Departure Esports and ARAM Mains both taking one game in the series, both taking the game from Red Side, which is interesting. We'll have to see whether that continues on.
We will. We will. We'll have to see if Red Side has like 100% win rate throughout every. If every game ends up being a tie.
Well, I don't think that'll happen, but yeah, maybe it turns out that counter picks are more important in this meta than first pick. We'll have to see
Mhm. That is possible.
how those games go. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give a quick overview on what will be happening tomorrow because we can have a quick chat about that.
Yeah.
Or in fact, do either of the teams, anyone want to get themselves interviewed? Why not?
Right. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
If you want to take an interview, let me know. Jump into the waiting to be moved chat. We'll get you moved over here. I will get you
Oh,
interviewed.
there's
Here we
Atomica.
go. Atomica's on the way. I mean, he could have just jumped in.
I
Welcome,
could.
welcome, Atomica. Um,
Thank you.
I need to know, how did you manage to get that vision score in game 2? Was that on
The-
purpose? That was on purpose, right?
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely. 100% on purpose. I saw that I had 69 vision score, and I was like, I must not get any more.
Quick end
So-
the game.
Yeah, it truly was screaming at them to end the game. But yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely.
give us some thoughts how both of those games went. Of course, the first game was quite rough for you. You guys, the second game went better, but give us your overall thoughts on the series.
Yeah, so game one was obviously a bit of a rough start to the season for us as a team. We kind of entered the draft because we wanted really to try and use the Karma Flex pick, but then it became kind of apparent that we couldn't, and it was kind of forced into my hands. And I'm not particularly the best and enchanter player, as we saw. So yeah, it's kind of that was sort of the deciding factor of the game because I was a non-existent party member. I was just kind of moral support. but we just kind of let the Diana get fed with some, to me, kind of stupid picks. And the Diana really just hats off to Betmer, probably MVP of game one. He just snowballed the entire game for his team with the roams and just ensuring that me and the seed in the bot lane were kind of neutralized. But game two, I got my hands on Rail, and really just when we brought in Raki was able to play that weak side a bit more securely. So it's kind of nice to have that stabilizing factor, and having that stronger side top lane seemingly worked out for us and everything like that. So yeah, and I guess the communication as well in game two, it didn't seem as frosty as it was in game one. Like the communication in game one, it was kind of quiet, but in game two, it was a lot more vocal. So yeah,
Good to hear. Sounds like you guys settling into playing with each other a bit more as the series went on. Um, so something that I do have to ask, because of course you chose to pick the Karma as the flex pick in game one, banned out the Seraphine yourself from the blue side. So I have
yeah.
to ask, do you guys just not play Seraphine?
It wasn't my decision. The coach decided that the Seraphine had to be banned. So
I see.
even though I'm clearly, I mean, I've played Seraphine once and I went 1-7-13. So capable Seraphine player here, not giving us the option to flex it. Now, but in all seriousness, it was just a scouting thing. So because we hadn't played them obviously ever in a series, we didn't know what they wanted to sort of pivot to in terms of their draft. So we were kind of looking at what they played and what we thought, well, what we want to draft and what they play that can either be really safe against that or can kind of attempt to shut us down. And the Seraphine was one of the picks, so we decided to ban it out. We all can play Seraphine, so you may see a Seraphine jungle at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could all we
Can't
100%
wait.
all.
You know what? If I can sub in for the other team and play my Fiora jungle, we can have a amazing jungle
a
matchup.
great game.
I would have 100% Fiora jungle win rate if you guys didn't in my last game.
I'm so sorry.
I even got a pentakill. Definitely
Yeah,
wasn't
I mean-
handed to me.
Hand fed on a silver platter.
Wasn't just them standing around on Nexus as I killed them. Yeah, that was but yeah, it was a good series and definitely a good start to have a 1-1. Um I
Can I
suppose
just say one thing as well,
yes,
quickly?
go ahead.
The ARAM mains are really nice people. I spoke with Candy Guns after the game. They're really nice people, so don't give them a hard time when rescheduling. And I want to dedicate this win to Demi. She's been a cracking ADC for me to practice support with. So yeah, just want to dedicate that one to Demi. Thank you.
There we go. Shouting out Demi, shouting out Candy Guns and the rest of the ARAM mains. That's good, guys. Yeah, they were moved up at the last minute, so and they agreed to move up, so shout outs there. And they also didn't have to reschedule. They managed to make the game work. So yeah, major props to them. You can stay if you want, Atomica, and we can we could talk about some of the matchups for next or coming up, because of course you are streaming tomorrow.
Oh yes, I am.
And we have coming up wherever the schedule is, if I can find it. I think I just changed two chats accidentally. Where's the stream schedule? I've got too many channels in this stupid Discord. Okay, stream schedule. So tomorrow we have you streaming. I think we have Dermat on casters. I think.
Dermat, yeah.
And we've got a new caster in Kieran or Wyvern. I'm not sure what he wants to be called yet. That may be something to ask him. So should be quite interesting to see. If anyone does want to try casting from the chat, just let us know. We'll get you in a game sometime to try casting. If you don't like it, you can bail ship after the first game if it's not working. If you do like it, you can continue going from that point onwards. We can get Grizz back again at some point if he wants.
Yeah, I
For
mean, I'd love to.
example. Yeah, and if ever I'm on my own, feel free to just offer to come, guys, from chat. I'm more than happy to just let someone come in and allow me to have a break from talking at points throughout the game. But we were going to talk about what the games were tomorrow. So tomorrow we have TLH versus TFC. TLH versus the Fighting Cocks up first at 6 p.m. British time.
Mhm.
So that should be an absolute banger. I know Fighting Cocks have been playing together. I don't know what their bot lane's like because they haven't got to play with their bot lane. I've been subbing in as their ADC while they've been practicing. So I could tell you
Fantastic.
I could tell you how the rest of the team functions fairly well together. Hopefully the bot lane that comes in will function well with them. We'll have to wait and see how that actually works. They tend to draft quite solid team comps, so their champions just their champion pools naturally make quite solid team comps. You're not going to see like anyone want to pull out assassins all the time. That kind of make it a bit harder to draft around. So definitely a team that you can watch out for just a solid team comp. And TLH, of course, our favorite legacy team, or maybe girls our favorite legacy. What's our favorite legacy team? I don't know. One of our
It's
favorite
gotta be
legacy
TLH.
teams.
Gotta be TLH. It can't.
So,
Like
I mean,
Gale have been very strong, but TLH have been the miracle run.
TLH have been our meme team, and Girl have been our strong team. Right, Girl
Yeah.
are the true legacy team. I think they're the only
Hey,
team
to
left
be-
from season 1.
To be fair, TLH went from not winning a single game in the season to taking a game. I'm pretty sure it was off Team Bruv, wasn't it? They took a game off Team Bruv.
Was it Team Bruv?
It was Team
It
Bruv,
might
wasn't it?
have
Because
been
then
Team
they went.
Bruv.
Yeah, because Team Bruv went on to face Cataclysm, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then Team Frostfire beat Harpoon Boys and then lost to Chainers. So yeah, TLH went from not winning a game to beating Team Bruv, who was one of the stronger teams in the competition.
Yeah, I'd
That
say
is
team. I think Team Bruv were the solid second strongest team, so they managed to do that.
Yeah.
They have rebuilt their team yet again. I know they kept obviously Sandarius, the heart leader of the team. I don't know where he's playing yet. I hope it's ADC. I hope we don't see more Yumi ADC. I've seen him playing Yumi ADC. God help me. Anytime I get support with him, he pulls out Yumi, and I hate my life. If you haven't played with a ghost Yumi ADC, it's horrible. It's useless. Um,
I mean, the theory's there, right? You W onto someone, you can't be killed.
You also
True.
can't auto attack, which defeats the point of ADC.
Yeah, let's focus on the good part.
Sure, yeah.
You can't be killed.
Sure, but yeah, that should be an absolute banger. TLH versus the Fighting Cocks. We've got to see how TLH come together and the Fighting Cocks team that have played well together but are on the lower end of our league. And then also later on, if we have time, I'm not sure because there's only an hour between those two games and it does tend to take longer to do these games. I don't think an hour's enough scheduling.
This
I'm
one
not sure an
took
hour
two
and
and
a
a half
half.
hours. No, this one took
This one
almost 2
took
hours.
2 hours. Oh well, almost 2 hours, but I messed up a lot of stuff, so we could probably cut it down. I think maybe 2 hours is a good timer actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just
yeah.
up it to 2 hours. I might have to spread out the games over more days or something. That's for me
Yeah.
to work out with the scheduling.
We'll do it later.
Yeah, but later up we have League of Pogmore versus Tub Girl. League of Pogmore I have played against, so I have an idea of how strong they are. I won't reveal too much of them, but they seem to have the right ideas, just their execution flops
Right.
a little bit.
The theory of SKT, the execution of Rogue 2018.
No, it'll be like they collapse a side lane, but they do it as 5, and that gives up somewhere else on the map. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a good thing a great idea to collapse that side lane, but you only do need 2 people to do it. Or they'll go for a Baron play, but they don't zone off properly at the last minute and get caught. So what I'm gonna like most about this team is seeing how they progress through the season and how much better that they get. And I think maybe against Tub Girl will be a good first match for them, just because it gets one of the harder ones out of the way early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, Tub Girl should be a fun one to play against, as long as they don't tilt. Seeing what Tub Girl's doing, because Tub Girl have a very fun thing to do, and I can't wait to see how they do it.
Oh, they have a secret strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My prediction is that they're gonna end up in 3rd in the league. So prediction, I think they're gonna end up in third.
That's a pretty solid prediction, that one, not gonna lie.
It's a pretty solid prediction. I mean, my prediction should have been third or fourth, right? And I was like, I think they're gonna accidentally win a game they don't expect to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all the teams are looking actually really strong, to be honest, for tomorrow. Because it's both river bracket games, isn't it? You got TLH and the
Yes,
Fighting Cocks and
two
we've
river
got
bracket
Orange.
games.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have? On
Sunday.
we're missing it. I've just realized we're missing a game somewhere, I think.
Right.
Oh.
Wait, how many games do I have in the schedule? No, I'm not missing a game somewhere. I had this earlier. I spent like half an hour looking for a game because I couldn't work out which teams I'd missed in the schedule because I accidentally deleted one. It's like, why is there no undo button? But on Sunday, anyway, we have a whole night of streams. 6 p.m. we have Quad Nation Intellect versus Team Bitches, the final one of the River League, first setting of the River League. Do either of you have anything to say about these two teams?
Honestly, I haven't done much scouting of the River League, but as anything in the River League, it should be riveting.
Yeah. So the last two teams of the River League are playing. So Quad Nation Intellect and Team Bitches. Chee.
Yep. So
I think watch out for Team Bitches. To be fair, they have ADC God of Demi, so Team Bitches are actually going to come in hot and they're going to win every game.
Oh, and they're gonna go number one. Is that your prediction?
Yeah.
there you go. Atomica's
They're going to
prediction.
go unbeaten all season.
QNI is probably our favorite for the league, so this is
Yeah.
definitely a one to start with. If they're gonna come in unbeaten,
Yeah.
they gotta win these first games. If
Now-
they want to get first place,
I-
these games are super important to at least some edge out a draw. But after that, if we have time and those games end fast enough, we have Archeon Academy Flash against Paper Squad. That's one of our middle league games. Both of these teams are towards the top of the middle league, or like middling to top of the middle league. So we'll have to see how both of these teams go. Both new teams. I don't think I recognized any of the names on either teams, so good to have fun. Oh yeah, the Fighting Cocks are just here for the bants. They're playing it entirely for fun. I mean, that is why pretty much anyone is playing. It's a for fun league. We don't offer a prize for that exact express purpose. We don't want people to start taking it too seriously.
I can't wait to have the top league be full of all challenger players trying to get into the LEC.
Trying to get into the
Lovely.
No. Fighting over that picture that someday I will draw.
Yeah.
Because that's clearly what everyone actually wants.
What would you rather lift, the LEC crown or print off a picture? Drawn
Okay.
by Gabblit. I know what I want.
I know what I want. I mean, I want to get as a trophy at some point. If we get enough money into the Coral like Twitch account, I'm gonna take it all out and get a trophy made, and just it'll be really shit, but it'll be great.
There should be cheap trophies on Amazon that just say like "well done" or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, but we gotta get a proper one.
You participated.
But yeah. News just in: League of Pokemon versus Top Girl won't be happening tomorrow because they need to work out a new time. I thought that might happen because Top Girl weren't expecting to be playing. This is one of the teams that, because of the movements, suddenly has a game that they weren't expecting. I think that might be happening Monday or possibly later in the week, next week, but we will get that casted if possible. Sunday, though, as I was saying, is a banger. We've got Quad Nation Intellect versus Team Bitches. We've got Archeon? Or
Archeon Academy Flash.
Yeah, Archeon Academy Flash versus Paper Squad. I am keeping their name all caps as well because that's how they sent it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I like it. Let's just have one team that's all caps. Sounds like they're shouting at you.
With my OCD.
We also have Team Cataclysm versus Silver Phoenix. Grizz, do you want to say anything about that match?
All I can say is that we will win and we will top Lagoon League by the end of it.
Yeah,
considering your name, if I don't see an Anivia at some point, I'm going to be disappointed.
Oh,
we have a Phoenix in the game.
You'll be disappointed, unfortunately.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Unfortunate. But yeah, we've done our scouting. We're ready. We're ready to play.
I need
We
to have a talk
rescheduled
with
twice.
your support and jungler on the wonders of support and jungle Anivia.
Yeah, yeah, you
Support
should.
Olivia truly broken.
Truly, truly broken.
I've actually played with one in ranked, and it did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, games that well, continue on. Games that either are not happening or happening in tandem with other ones, so can't be casted live. That we will hopefully be seeing on Monday. I believe SC Prism versus SC Ocean is still happening, so that will be vodcast Monday. I think SC Solar versus Departure Esports T1 is also happening, so we'll be on Monday. And I think we might have a caster for that one, or some of those ones. We'll have
Can
to
I
see.
just point out the fact that the Ocean League is meant to be, like the top
big one.
like the League One, the top of the league, and they're the ones getting vodcasted. Truly beautiful.
I mean, as we started out, it was a league for like gold players, basic silver and gold.
Stick
So
it
you
to the
can't blame
Stick it
us.
to the roots.
Also, they're all the ones that pretty much moved their times. So
Ah, right, I see. I see.
either moved their times or it just wasn't like really feasible for the actual time it was at.
I just
And,
can't wait in River League to have to try and justify some really dumb build. I can't wait.
oh yeah, for when
It's gonna be great.
are you looking at the channel points?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Why?
am.
Why is this OP? I swear to God, Sanders, you are not using that on Yumi ADC. I refuse.
We will talk about how OP it is in bot games.
Yes. Well, that's my point. You gotta. It doesn't matter how you talk about its OP. You have to talk about how. See, the real reason it's OP is because it will tilt your opponents, seeing the disrespect of your opponent
Yeah.
locking in Yumi
Oh, imagine
ADC.
Yumi Lulu.
Oh my God.
I mean, speaking of build,
Anyway,
speaking of build, our jungler is known to play Moonstone Lee Sin, and what else
I
was
love
it?
you, jungler.
Smite Teleport Olaf. So
Truly fantastic.
Oh my
So,
God, I'm
yeah.
gonna get to see Enchanter Lee Sin in an actual game. I've always wanted to try it, but I always forget because I never play Lee Sin. Anyway, and then at a later date, we also have coming up Team Grov versus Coordination Infamous and Team Hyperint versus SC Sages. I know Hyperint versus Sages has been rescheduled for May because I think Sages are having some trouble getting their top laner to be able to play beforehand, so they're asking teams if they mind playing a little bit later. Of course, rescheduling at any time is entirely okay. You're allowed to reschedule. We prefer people to reschedule than to not play their games or FF their games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're a nice friendly league.
Yeah.
I see there's things going down in chat. If people are
Yeah, I'm
teams,
replying to people.
I mean, Fort Knox asking how long until the next game? Next game tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST?
tomorrow 6 p.m. UK time. How do people prepare for matches? Do they do scrims? They do, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure people actually approach scrims in the right way.
What do we expect for results for the matches tomorrow? Who's playing tomorrow? I have like short-term memory loss.
Tomorrow we have TLH versus the Fighting Cocks, and that might be the only game. I'll see if there's another one in the schedule that should be happening on Saturday that wasn't going to because League of Pogmore versus Top Girl was there.
I know it's
So
Pittsburgh.
maybe you'll get an Ocean game second.
Oh,
In fact, why don't we just go check now? Let's see what the Ocean games are scheduled for. Are either of them for Saturday late on?
my prediction for TLH versus TFC is a 1-1 draw. To be honest, I think TLH will come flying out the blocks with a quick 15-minute FF, and then they'll come back in game 2 with the mental reset, and then they'll win in like 25 minutes. That's what I think. Anyway.
Right. One thing you need to remember about SPX is we cannot be tilted. We chant Mental Kingdom at each other because that's what we have. We have Mental Kingdom. We can out-mental any team. We can't beat them on the Rift, but we can out-mental any team.
True. I mean, I don't want. I mean, honestly, I just after or before a game, I ask people, do they have water, and that's all I contribute to mental. Just ask them, do they have water? If they try and flame, I just scream at them, drink your water.
Yeah.
Drink your water. Calm down.
I didn't have to do it though.
My favorite way to tilt
that's my
people
way.
is if someone's getting angry, you say, "I think you should take a break after this game. You seem kind of tilted." Because nothing will tilt someone more than
Give me a
telling them
flame
they should
window.
take a break. They seem tilted, and you can't get done for flaming like that because it just seems like you're
I
being
mean-
nice.
I just call someone a clown and tell them to go back to the circus if I'm flaming.
Oof.
Oh, that's
I
that.
I prefer
Hey,
to do
it
it nice
doesn't-
and subtly.
it
Like you're
doesn't
helping
get
them
me
learn the
banned.
game.
It doesn't get me banned.
Hey,
Yeah.
whatever works.
I mean, I like to flame in post game lobby by telling the person who I think was to blame that they played really well and that they should really keep going. Yeah. No, keep going as you are. You know, I'll just type. You played really well, Master Yi. GG. And he's there like, yeah, he's there on 12.
Played super well. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. We all have an off game.
Oof. Anyway, before we get into too much shit talk, is there anything anyone wants to point out about any of the teams that we haven't really mentioned yet? Before we'll have a chat about each of the teams before the games happen, so maybe we don't need to do that. We can continue on later and do other stuff. If anyone has any suggestions for stuff we could add to the stream at all, or anything at all, do feel free to throw it into the Discord. We do have a Discord if we have managed to pick up any random viewers. Feel free to come join it. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how many viewers you expect, but we had, I believe, it was peak 39 or something, or 40.
Wow.
I didn't see that.
That's a lot.
I saw between
Yeah.
like 27
normal
and
peak.
it seemed about stable around 27 when I was
Yeah,
watching.
yeah, but there was, I believe, towards the end of the second game, I looked at it and it said 39.
Nice.
Like the average is normally like 22 normally, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It's all these new production values we're putting in that I
Truly.
managed to screw
higher
up horribly.
higher production values that was promised in the season 4 teaser.
Coming in clutch. We got a bit of
Absolutely.
everything in there. We got black screens. We got screens not working. We got text being edited on the go.
You've got to love it.
A bit of everything. I think I was even moving assets around the screen at one point. Anyway. Anyway, I'll close this off before this goes too stupid. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for coming and casting with me. To
Thank
both
you.
Grizz, to both Atomica. Anything you both want to say to the stream before we stop?
Thank you for having me for the interview.
Yes, and thank you for letting me cast. And whenever you would need me back, if I'm online, I can talk. It's whatever.
Perfect. Great. Love to have you
All
back.
right.
Thanks for everyone coming to watch. Tune in tomorrow or whenever you have time for yet another game. Game 2 and onwards from the CLW League. And before I ramble too much,